Wow, that was unexpectedly fast. Hi!
Hi. Try to get that
That's a
spot on.
great start to the podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, and
And you're
good.
frozen, Malk. Hopefully you're not frozen for long. You are to
Hopefully not.
me.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Uh
You're frozen for me, buddy.
oh.
Just not even kidding, you're frozen for me. Like all you're doing is this. Like seriously. Okay, well if he's not frozen for Kirsty, there we go.
It's have to wait to see how everything goes with her. Hopefully she can hear me as well.
I
But
can hear you, I just can't see you
all right,
moving.
bear me a sec. We do have usually the
Oh
technical
yeah,
difficulty.
you're fixed. It's caught up.
Are you
Hey.
sure? You sure?
Yeah, you're not
Right.
frozen in time anymore. It's amazing.
I haven't got a time machine or anything like that at all. So here we
I was
go.
about to think you might.
Right, let's start again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good.
Evening.
There we go. Hope everyone's all going well and have a fantastic weekend on the 5th of March,
Hell yeah.
2022. I can't believe this is episode 7.
I know.
Trans,
It's crazy.
episode
We're
7.
almost halfway through the season. That's amazing.
I know. I don't know where the
It's-
time has gone, to be fair. I know. Have you had a good week, to be
I've
fair?
had a busy week.
Yeah? Busy.
Busy week. We got a new bed.
Okay.
And so we've been getting used to that thing. So like my body is trying to make the adjustments to the new mattress because it's a completely different mattress than what we had. We had a spring mattress. Now we've got a memory foam mattress. It's one of those memory foams that come on like the bases.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Reese. It's sad that we're almost halfway through. It means we're closer to the end. Oh, I know, buddy. It's
Well,
okay. We're having fun. But
don't
it's on
worry.
those like platform bases, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a metal platform one. So there's no box spring. So it's just the mattress on the base because it's not made to have a box spring.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like a new experience for us, and like the bed set's lower than the old bed did. I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool, it's nice. I mean, we sleep all right on it, but my body's got to adjust to it because it's not used to it yet. So guess who's running on little to no sleep this week?
So if you do notice any sudden expertise or experts analysis type stuff
What?
or out of the way or anything like that, you know what's happened from Chance's point of view as well. So
Yes, Reese, me, 100%,
ab-
100% me. I won't even deny it.
absolutely. We have got a fantastic guest this evening. For this podcast.
Yeah.
She's absolutely amazing. I caught her on a couple of streams in the past, and she did from when I was watching it was like the Just Chat streams, and I think they're quite good actually. The Just Chat streams,
Yeah,
and just to
they're
get
nice.
to feel the streamer and get to know them as well.
100%.
And she's absolutely amazing. There's so many banters galore, and I guarantee you she would be absolutely amazing on the podcast. We already had before we started, so I'll probably get rinsed
It'll be
from
fun.
as
It'll be
well.
fun.
So can we introduce the lovely Kirsty Kryptonite? How you
Hi
doing?
guys!
Hello.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. This is my
We're
first
excited too.
podcast.
We love it.
No worries.
And Reese said, if Trance falls asleep retro, I give you permission to shout as loud as you can. I'm not falling
Absolutely.
asleep on the podcast, Reese. I can't guarantee I won't fall asleep after the podcast, though.
Yeah.
So that's the
Absolutely
thing.
not. So Kirsty, how's things? All good?
Good. Yeah, I'm doing really well. Thanks. I'm just
Hi,
kind of like getting back into the groove of streaming. I think I ended up taking almost 2 months off, finishing up some schoolwork, and then I had
Yeah.
some family stuff going on. So it's been nice to just I finally feel like I found my groove in streaming. So I've been really enjoying it.
I'll throw you to the action, like the groove, like
Yeah.
the groove, like
I'm
yeah,
chilling. I'm vibing.
yeah.
No, Vanilla. We're not
Absolutely.
calling it that. We're not calling it that, Vanilla. It's not happening.
Fudge
You
girl
can
in
give
the
up
cream
on
machine.
you can give up on that plan. It's not happening. The show is not being changed. And hi, Anna. I did say hi to you. Good to see you, darling. Thank you for joining
Hello.
us. All the love. Anna is one of my in-city friends from GTRP. So
Cool.
all love.
Nice one.
Amazing.
I believe this is your very first podcast.
Yeah.
evening.
The closest thing that I've done to anything like this is I was on a drink review once, and I don't remember a lot of it.
That's usually how those end
That-
up.
yeah.
That's
Damn.
that's on brand, 100%.
I saw
Damn.
like the last 2 minutes, and I literally had a bottle of tequila and was drinking it like this. Oh my God. And I can't watch the
Oh,
rest because that's
yes.
all I don't need to know.
That
don't know
sounds
can
like
hurt
a
you.
good plan. That's like a good night.
Can I just ask, can we get Kirsty again for the last stream for the drunken episode? That'll
Are
be
we-
absolutely
We
epic.
can work
Yeah,
on it. Yeah,
that'll be
absolutely.
epic
Amazing.
as well. But yeah, I mean, this is the first ever podcast. So, are you nervous at all this evening?
I don't think I'm like nervous. I'm like very much like a take it as it comes kind of person. And even with
Yeah.
your own streams, you never know what's gonna happen. You never know if people
That's
are gonna
true.
show up. Are people gonna chat? Is the game gonna work? Is this game gonna be really hard? You know, like so. And you guys made me feel really comfortable, so I think I'm ready to get it. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's go. Hi, Kel. See you in there,
I'll
buddy.
take it.
All the love to you, buddy. Reese, return of Pish Pash Posh. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vanilla goes, hi, Anna Banana. Hi, Vanilla. And oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Love you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, like I
Really?
said,
Wow,
guys,
Vanilla.
I know Vanilla does not disappoint us at all. Absolutely not.
Ever.
Absolutely not. So what we're going to do is we always do each and every single week. Well, most of the time that we did last season and bits of this season as well. So basically, we'll be doing the news article as the first segment, and then we talk about the main discussion of that. Hopefully, that will build up from the discussion itself. Then the interview, which I'm going to be doing the interview with the questions to the lovely Kirsty.
His turn this week.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then the Ask Us Anything part with a bit of side notes from GTA RP, which I don't think there's not much as what happened last week's episode.
No, last
as
week
well.
was big, but this week
Was
it's a little bit less. Hi, Silent Magster. Hey.
Hello.
You guys are amazing. I love you guys being here. I love this. All love to y'all.
Absolutely. So, but like I said, I mean, I'm absolutely ecstatic that we got the lovely Kirsty joining us tonight, and what's great about it is her first ever podcast. Anything goes in our podcast. So
that's pretty much the case. 100%. Yeah.
well.
Hi, Basie. Oh my God,
Basie.
everybody's coming today. It's amazing. I'm all about it.
Absolutely.
All about it, you guys.
Yeah. I think Trance is really on the ball tonight, aren't you? As well.
I am faking it till I make it.
Sometimes when
That
you
is
have
my
less sleep,
theme.
you feel more awake. You know what I mean?
I
just, like,
know.
you're beyond, yeah.
We're sorry for any technical difficulties, guys, but we'll be back with you for Trans EXE very shortly. Indeed. So here we
RTK
go.
all the-
Here we go, guys. Let's go and start the very first segment, which is the PC console news. So this should be the news that Trans has picked from the build up to the 5th of March 2022. And we'll get through with that. So Trans will be doing the articles this week and the main discussion, while I'll be doing the interviews with Kirsty later on in segment 3. So Trans, are you all set, ready to go?
I am. So let's get to it. All right. First off, Trans has got to clear her throat. Nextly, I'm still having sinus problems, guys. Yeah, yay Tennessee weather. Anyway, first off, on the news today, Nintendo gamers in Russia just got locked out of digital game purchases, coming from The Verge. This is in response to the, of course, Russia-Ukraine conflict we got going on right now. Nintendo has temporarily put its Russian eShop in maintenance mode since suspending the process of payments in rubles. This is the latest in a slew of companies that have taken action in protest of Russia's invasion into Ukraine. EA and CD Projekt Red both have already halted sales of their games in Russia and Belarus. Microsoft has suspended all new sales of Microsoft products and services, their words, not mine, seeming to extend to Xbox hardware and software to Russia. Eurogames also announced that Sony apparently has pulled Gran Turismo 7 from sale in Russia, which was a hugely anticipated game for 2022. The writer of the article said that they looked for for it in sale on them, and they could not find it. And so they said that Eurogamer kind of made a thing on it in one of their articles. So they're saying apparently that's what happened. Sony pulled it kind of on the low. But but yeah, so obviously we're here to have a good time. But the real world is there, and it does happen outside of our doors.
Absolutely.
So what's everybody's thoughts on this particular article today?
I'll let Kirsty to do it.
Oh, I get to go first. Oh,
yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
it is Women's History Month, so I intend to go first every time.
Thank you. You or me, we got this.
So, I'm like kind of two-minded about it, because on one hand, I think like a company's stance on saying, hey, we're not cool with this, we're going to take some action, I think that's really cool. But on the other hand, a lot of Russian civilians are not with the war. And I think of all the younger kids who are not involved at all, and putting pressure on them when they're already in the midst of like some really tumultuous stuff. I don't know. It kind of rubs me the wrong way. It's like, are you really that worried about your profits that you really want to cut out young civilians like that? I don't know. So it's like I'm kind of two-minded about it.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I understand why Nintendo is doing it, and I understand why the big companies are doing it completely, 100%. I get where they're coming from when it comes to this. I completely understand, and it is their business. They have the right to refuse service to anybody that they feel like they do not want to have service, especially in a certain situation at the time. But you are right. The little kids are not a part of this, and they're already going through a bunch of shit, and maybe the Nintendo might be their way of escape. And so now, they can't even get on the Nintendo eShop to get games or any of the stuff for their games. So they're kind of, SOL as it be. You know what I mean? Luke goes, Russia has been blocked from Swift either way. Russian civilians probably aren't too keen on spending money on entertainment right now. Fair, 100%. Vanilla says, I'm glad companies are taking action, but I'm also sad that the Russian people who are not invested in the invasion are caught in the middle between their country and the rest of the world. So Vanilla 100% agrees with you on that, Kirsty. So, Milk, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, it goes on with all the other stuff going on. It's not just the games; it's just anything that in general they've blocked out everything in this. So, and at the same time, it's unfair on the civilians because they haven't done anything with it at all, and it's just not their fault as such.
Yeah,
Do
100%.
you know what I mean? But because they're all linked, it's just like, well, I'm sorry, because you're Russian or Belarus,
somebody.
you're just a somebody. You will be blocked and be rejected as much as possible. But absolutely. It's just not fair for the ones who have to suffer. I mean, I hope the war between them two gets sorted as soon as possible. I'm sure, or it gets quickly sorted as well. But in all due respect, I just hope it just gets done and dusted and get out of the way, because this is just getting ridiculous now. And it's just not fair for the guys who are just not, what's the word I'm after? Getting the investment. Yeah, investment in the games that they're so eager to wait. Like GT7 came out yesterday, yesterday, and they pulled it off. So people who in Russia who've been waiting for that for ages. It's a racing game for people who are not sure what the GT or Gran Turismo.
I would hope that most people know what Gran Turismo is. If you don't, where have you been for the last 15 years? I mean, honestly, but I mean, there are some people that might not know GT7, but yeah.
Yeah,
I get you. I get you.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for that. But yeah, it's just basically. I agree with you, Kirsten, and I agree with you, Vanilla, for that. To be fair, it's just I just wish, just in all sanity, I just want everything to get sorted, but it's just not fair for the guys, which is understandable. But because they're linked, it's just it's either that or bust. So, and it's just
Professor says more like
Beaks,
25.
welcome in.
Hey,
hello.
Hi, B. Nice to meet you. I'm Tris. That's
Hello.
Milk. And I'm sure you know this person over here.
I like how you just did the arrows.
They said bye. Hi, buddy.
Yeah. I thought
I was wondering if you're going to join us today. It'd be great.
I thought Kirsty was doing the arrows.
Yeah, right. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Disco.
Party in the podcast.
Get in itself. But yeah, personally, I just hope they get it sorted. But in all honesty, it's just not fair for the guys, you know. But what else can we say about the situation other than that's
Yeah.
It
what's
makes me
happening?
wonder too, like when you target young people like that who are obviously easily impressionable and have different like life
Yeah,
values than adults because they're still growing, and not saying that everyone who video games is young, but a lot of people are obviously. And like, do you risk further alienating a population who has agreed with you up until this point by taking away the things that make them quintessentially young and innocent and
yeah,
not invested?
I got you.
absolutely.
Daddy Senpai said it was nap time. Buddy, I'm glad one of us got a nap. Because I still have not gotten a nap. I told you in DMs, I'm telling Daddy Senpai, I told you in DMs, buddy, I was going to get my hair cut. Well, guess what? It took longer than expected. And I got back just in time to get ready for the podcast. So there's that.
And that was your former guest, right? Like last episode?
That was last week's episode.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
He was a return. He had come in on one of the earlier episodes because he's one of my in-city friends, and he came in last week too. So
nice.
He was a guest last week as well. So
sweet.
Yes.
You
could also argue that sanctions are immoral. Good point. 100% RTK. Vanilla goes big spoon or little spoon.
I'm worried about Vanilla now.
I'm not worried. It's Vanilla. I mean, I expect these things from Vanilla, 100%.
I expect it. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so sorry. The Daddy Senpai just did 2 subs to me. So thank you so much.
Nice. That second person is my dad. He's watching.
Thank you, buddy.
Really?
Oh my god, that's amazing. Thank you for gifting them out. That's amazing, dude. For real. That's awesome.
GG.
Yeah.
I've got to be professional now. Kirsty starts on there, so sorry about the dough side. I need to get my suit and ready for the.
No. It's really chill. He watches my streams where I literally talk about dicks and poop and sharding.
There you go.
Swearing constantly. So
we're good. Fine. Like I said, we're cool. It's fine.
Yeah,
I told you, it's this podcast is probably like the most laid back one you will ever be on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're all here to have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, going through that, I mean, what was your thoughts, Trans, in more depth from that outbreak of like?
Well, I already said what I thought. I said it after Kirsty did. I said what I thought.
Sorry.
After Kirsty
No,
did.
but you know what I mean, like in depth. Like, when do you think this is gonna get back to normal for Russia and in such?
Well, war and war type conflict is never easy to come back from. It always takes a few years afterwards to start, rebuilding things and start finding where you were before. I mean, America's been through enough of them. We should know. We've been there multiple times, guys. It's true. Like, it's so true. Like, I mean, we've been through so many fucking wars. I mean, it takes a little while to get back on your feet. So after this conflict ends and everything, if the resolution is found or whatever, it's going to take them a few years to start building up, the value of their money again, as well as to start building back, a lot of people's lives who were destroyed during this conflict. So, I mean, I told you guys last week too, I mean, and it still goes for this week. Our hearts go out to those people who are affected by this conflict 100%.
Absolutely.
It's going to take a little while for everybody to get back, into a place of, betterment in general. Even the attacking countries, tend to have hard times getting back as well, because war is expensive, war is problematic, war is a lot of things. So it's one of those things that you just got to go through, and after a little while, things start getting back to normal and you can start living your life and moving forward,
Absolutely.
Let me see. Oh, so my people here were saying, Kel, Basie gave me a stretch. First off, let me do that stretch. Stretch! Reaching for the sky, Basie. Oh my God, that hurt my back. That actually hurt
And that was the last episode of Bish Bash Bosh that ever was.
And we have to reinstate Kirsty to be the new hostess with the mostess on there.
Kellen said sleep is for the weak. And Basie goes GG. Vanilla gave cheers. Daddy Senpai said, me, how can you be Big Daddy without being Big Spoon? Good point. And Vanilla goes, someone's dad is watching me. I don't know whether to be classy or me.
Be you. Be you.
Be you. And Luke
I've
says,
already enjoyed your comments.
Luke goes, this
Keep
is
going,
a gray
keep
area
going.
with
More
Russian
chaos.
banks already not being able to function. Does it really make a
Hello.
difference if gaming companies stop selling in Russia if the Russian people are more worried about being able to put food on the table? Good point, 100%. We have to think about the people. It's very, very important. That's a very, very big thing when it comes to war. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hello, TM.
Hi, TM. All the
How you
love.
doing?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's going to be an explosive podcast, and I can feel
Amazing.
it.
I'm all excited about it.
Excited as well. Yeah. So, shall we carry on with the next article?
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So on that one, that was a short article, guys. We got a little bit longer one coming up here. One more article and relating to what's been going on, because when I looked up all the news, this is all it was on the news. So, but it's not as bad as the last one. So Gary's Mod and Rust prices are going up in Russia to help support Ukrainian charities. This comes from PC Gamer. Due to concern for the opportunism in Russia from the crash of the value of the ruble, Gary Newman is raising the prices on Gary's Mod and Rust in the Steam store for the Russian market at the current moment. Coming from the article, quote, we're raising the price of our games in Russia because the ruble has crashed so much and it's leading to opportunism. We're going to donate any payments from Russia to humanitarian charities helping the Ukrainian people. Newman tweeted, war sucks for everyone, so we're also going to donate another $500,000 to help them all out, end quote. So that is massive. That's really huge. Gary's Mod went up to 750 rubles, which is about $6.50 our USD. From 365, while Rust is now 3,000 rubles, which is about 25.65 USD, compared to 14.65. Newman says the increase is to discourage people using VPNs to buy the games cheaply. And on a VPN, someone can make the system think they are in Russia, take advantage of the low market value of the ruble, and get a game for hella cheap. The promise of donating funds to the Russian game that they sell to the Russian games they sell to Ukrainian charities might be appealing for some Russian gamers to oppose the war discreetly, but Newman thinks that, quote, things will sell less there, not more, end quote. From the article, quote, there are, of course, many Russians that oppose what their country is doing, but I wouldn't expect that buying our games would be an appropriate way to protest against it, especially considering Valve is still going to be taking their cut, and especially since they probably are unable to get a working payment method right now anyway. Aside from the video game companies and the prices going up and stuff, the other ways companies tend to isolate this issue in Russia are, one, Visa and MasterCard was blocking Russian financial institutions. PayPal is not accepting any new users in Russia, and restrictions or halting of business operations in Russia by Airbnb, Spotify, Volkswagen, Oracle, Netflix, Nike, and Boeing, and of course now Nintendo, which we just covered. So that's that. So what do you guys think? I think this is a really good idea for Newman to do this to the Ukrainian charities, but I want to hear y'all's opinions on it.
Since I put pressure on Kirsty, I'll start it off with this one. So
hey, she expected to go first every time, Malk.
Yeah.
Just say
okay. Kirsty, would you like to discuss
go ahead.
this? Well, I've been rinsed to start off with, so I'll let Kirsty to start off with on the charities itself. So, what's your thoughts of it, Kirsty, with this?
I think, like, obviously $500,000 is a pretty amazing contribution. Like, I think that aspect of it is really cool. But some of the points that they make, like, oh, well, what if people start using VPNs to get a cheaper game? Like, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. Like, then it's like, okay, if that's something you thought about, is that what your intention is? Like, it's kind of, again, like, I don't want to be a fence sitter, but it's kind of like, okay, like, this is cool. This is really bizarre. And like, kind of, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But then there's a small part of me that's a little bit gleeful. Like, have you ever played Rust?
I have not.
I haven't played it in a long time.
I know people who do, but I haven't.
I have an Estonian friend, so we often play in servers with Russians, and some of
Oh,
them are
okay.
so mean. So there's like
Yeah.
a small part of me that's like has heard like fuck that gamer girl, like, and like has like raided my house. There's like a small part of glee. I don't know if that's like super inappropriate. I'm like, yeah, fuck those
I
kids.
think it's 100% okay to feel that way. I really think it is. You know it's wrong, but you know that you're happy about it, so there you go.
You know the term Schadenfreude, like taking pleasure in another's pain. No, but in all seriousness, I'm really glad that they're contributing the money to the Ukraine. Like that part is amazing. It's
That part is amazing. What you
Mhm.
told me just when you go into there, I can't stop laughing.
We have broken milk in the first 30 minutes of the episode, so there you go, guys.
Oh, right. Oh, here we go. Come on, here we go. So, but yeah,
He's trying to get his
um,
composure, guys. That's so
yeah,
funny.
it is. It's all good. But I can't stop laughing about that. It's just insane stuff. But you rock, Kirsty. You rock completely on that. Yeah, I do agree with Kirsty with the charity side. It's like what they've done is fantastic, and it's a great help with to help them out as much as possible. Yes, the VPN is going to be bit of a dodgy side to get the free stuff. Well, I say free stuff, the cheaper side of stuff, which is a bit crap as such, but it's going to be awkward nowadays now to police it, to say, oh, are you actually from Russia, or are you
Yeah.
actually from UK or USA or Canadian itself? I,
Yeah.
I am Russian itself, but I don't know what I'm going to say next, but you know what I mean, don't you?
But no, I mean, I get that's one that said the reason why they're doing it is so to discourage people using VPNs who make themselves seem like they're in Russia to take advantage and game in the system. So they're still at least paying some sort of reasonable price for these, particular games that they're putting up there. So I completely understand why they're doing that. And yes, of course, 500K to the Ukrainian charities. Oh my God, that's amazing. I mean, that is like that's humanitarian like amazingness right there. That's awesome, because I mean it's going to help a lot for so many people who need it, and it'll help with getting, like we're talking about, getting back on everybody's feet and getting everything organized again and starting to get back to a point where people can start moving forward from this particular conflict once everything is over. Rooftop Korean goes, the ruble is worth less than one Roblox currency. Words. Right now to put things into perspective. Hey, I'm sorry. That's what happened. I told you guys. Not much sleep, y'all. Daddy Senpai goes, it's weird thinking how different the USD is. I believe the South African rand is like 13 rand per USD. I mean, it changes per country to country. It doesn't normally fluctuate that much, though. Vanilla goes, I'm glad that companies are finding ways to help out. I just hope the money actually helps the people in Ukraine, since funding can often trickle into other things that don't directly help or aid them. Daddy Senpai says, Vanilla, I know what you mean. That's typically why you want to send the canned goods and non-perishables to places. However, it's obviously different in wartime. And Reese got a subscription to Retro by Daddy Senpai. So yeah, woo, all love. Thank you so much, Daddy Senpai, for supporting the streams. You're amazing, buddy.
And Hedgehog says, thanks for the gift sub. You rock! Itself on that.
100%.
To be fair, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping, as I said before, just hope that the war between those two countries gets sorted as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
I heard that Russia agreed today to meet a bunch of the international leaders.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what the outcome of that will be, because you never know with Putin, but at least there's some dialogue. Like, that's obviously a great place to start.
Which is a big step. Yeah, a huge step. That's the big thing. Well, at least it's a step forward in the right direction,
I know that, but it's you can't just turn back time and all the people that were died and lost during those war. How can you repay that or get the lost families and all the lost people that they've done? You're never going to get that back itself.
It's
not.
It's a very good point.
Don't get me wrong. We just all hope that the war finishes as soon as possible. I keep saying it every time, but at the
Yeah.
same time, you're never going to get that back from those lost people and lost families and stuff. And just see how everything goes and stuff for each time, and just keep ploughing on as
Yeah.
such. But I don't know what to say, because it's just hard at the minute, because you just don't know when it's going to end. You don't know what's going to happen. It's just I could go on for days and days, and you probably get bored of me after that. To be fair. So that's
We
the
talk
problem
about
now.
this shit all the time, Malk, me and you,
I
outside of the stream.
know.
In general. We haven't recently because we've both been busy, but we
Yeah,
normally do.
yeah. Oh, we have
RTK
to
goes,
mention.
bro, if the Russian diplomat is just going to try and justify what it does in Ukraine again, just leave like they did last time. That's a good point. 100% RTK, 100%.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, yeah.
But yeah, do you want to do the last article?
I will do the last article. There was one more I was thinking about covering today, but I did not cover it. If you guys want to hear what it was, I'll tell you about it. It's a pretty basic little article, but this one is the article that I was interested in outside of the war stuff, of course. So, last article for the day, guys. NVIDIA hackers leak employee credentials, threaten to release NVIDIA's most closely guarded trade secrets, coming from PC Gamer. Excuse me.
Oh,
All right. The hacker group Lapsus recently leaked the credentials of more than 71,000 NVIDIA employees when the company did not meet its demands. The data was stolen during a recent ransomware attack. The group demanded the company remove its cryptocurrency mining limiter, LHR, from the RTX 30 series video cards. NVIDIA did not comply to this request, and the group has since issued another demand and said if the company doesn't comply, they will release even more information. Lapsus has taken credit for the leak of source code from DLSS and 6 unannounced GPUs earlier this week. The additional demand on top of the removal of the limiter to the 30 series was that NVIDIA make its RTX GPU drivers open source. Lapsus is based out of South Africa and has claimed to have access to NVIDIA's server for over a week, stealing 1 terabyte of data during its ransomware attack. The attack was confirmed by NVIDIA in PC Mag, saying that, quote, a threat actor took employee credentials and some NVIDIA proprietary information from our systems and has begun leaking it online, end quote. At the time of the article, coming from the article, quote, leak of employee credentials includes employee email addresses and NTLM password hashes, which, according to Have I Been Pwned, are already being cracked and circulated within the hacking community. This seems to include past and current employees, since NVIDIA listed its current workforce at 18,100 as of October 2020. The group gave NVIDIA until March 4th, yesterday, to make all current and future GPUs open source. From the article, if NVIDIA doesn't comply, the group threatens to release information regarding silicon chip files and what it referred to as, quote, closely guarded trade secrets for graphics and computer chipsets, end quote, in a public Telegram message group. If you want to see the Telegram message that was written from Lapsus to NVIDIA, you can see it on the actual article link. So you can look up that link and find it. I'm sure if you look up NVIDIA hackers, NVIDIA on PC Gamer, you'll find it. So, all right, there we go. Here's the article. I'm the goat.
I was expecting a link. I thought that he had gone and got the article for you guys, but the article is I'm the goat. I get it now.
yeah. I thought, I really thought he was going to do the link on one of our streams. Like, yeah, I'm the goat, and it's directly to his stream. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's a,
yeah. Touche.
it's a long article.
He does shit like that all the time. He even does that to me in City. Like, shit like that. He does to me all the time.
What? He's just going to say, here's the article. I am the
No, he
goat.
trolls me. He
Yeah.
trolls me. I mean, he does. Okay, and since it's character, he does it in a different way. But he does it to me in chat, so he does it to me in there too. You know you do, Day Senpai. Come on, 100%. So I will let you guys start. How do y'all feel of this article? What are your thoughts on this hacker group taking all this information from NVIDIA?
Again, I'll start with Kirsty because I did that before, and I'll let Kirsty do it again.
Okay, thank you. I just I that's there's a lot to that article that like I don't totally understand. Like I don't understand open source and stuff like that. But what the thing that I can get my head around, I think I've got this right, is that I don't understand why they're taking employees' personal information and spreading that. Like at any time you're putting people in a position where they're just trying to work their job, they're just trying to make their living, and now they're being exposed because the higher ups, like, I guess, and maybe I feel so passionately about it is because I'm a server and people will come in and complain, oh, I'm not wearing a mask. Why won't you let me in? Bitch, I'm a server. I don't make the decisions. Why are you yelling at me? Like it's not up to me, you know?
You want to know my response to stuff like that when I got those responses? Do you want to know what my answer was?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I just work here. I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't make the rules. I just work here. That's the policy.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry.
I thought you was going to say, when I do it every single week on the show, like, sort your shit out.
Yeah,
with the mask itself. Yeah, I thought that's what's going to happen. When you said that, I thought, please say you did that. I thought, yes, that would have been epic.
I wish I could have told those people off so many times. Seriously. Like, I really wish I could, because I worked in retail for a while, and they did the same shit. Like, oh, I can't come in without a mask. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's correct. See ya.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Dave Senpai? He goes, Tress tells her hands are ready to eat for everyone and they punched the kids. What the hell are you talking about? I didn't punch any kids. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, he's gonna get me in so much trouble. Goes, right. No! I'm innocent. Of that, I'm 100% innocent. There's a lot of things I'm not innocent of, but that's one of them I am.
If I was you, Trans, I would stop right now, because he'll probably think differently, and everyone else will think differently. Yeah.
Because we're officially kicked him in the shins. Hey, smarter, not harder.
Ledge.
Professor actually is a professor, so this is probably a tried and true thing that he has done. Yeah. Shitty little university kids.
Take that. I can't bend that low. Oh my god.
Kirsty's thinking, oh my god, what the hell did I agree to this podcast?
I told you. We don't know where this is gonna go every time. This is every week. This is us every week.
You talking about beating kids every week?
No, absolutely not.
Twitch TOS, we do not.
We do not.
I work with kids every day, so yes, I do not do that. Sorry.
Kirsty's thinking, well, welcome to the last ever episode of the Bish podcast itself.
We're gonna get like live cancelled.
Yeah, live. That was it. Insane.
Oh god, you guys. Oh, I'm not even gonna justify that with a response, bro. Oh, vanilla.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
Where's the alcohol?
That's a good point. That's a good question. If our finale, we're gonna have to get drunk.
Yeah.
Wasn't me. No, that is 100% you. That was 100% you. Okay, not even. You know it's true. Anyway, what we were saying about the hackers. And not the kids.
Yeah, I was going to say, it went from hackers to kids, and now we have to go back to hackers itself quickly before, Before it
gets a little out of hand over here.
Yeah,
like, I think it's already gotten out of hand, but you never know.
Yeah,
could get worse. This is our podcast after all.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like I said, I do agree. Again, I do agree with Kirsty with the why getting everyone's employees' information, and like, oh, let's just download it and send it off online to random people and send some random shit or anything like that. To be fair to these random people who they're just only there for work. They don't care about anything else. They just want to get their money for their living, and that is it, to be fair. But yeah, it's just a matter of stupidity and they just want to get all the right info. The open source is just like they just want to make it free. That's basically instead of paying like thousands and thousands of pounds
Okay.
or dollars
Yeah.
itself. Um, the open like when you hear the word open source, it's mainly like instead of getting a paid software, you can get like the code behind or like the open source itself for free, or in those words itself. But overall, it's just they just basically just want let's just see what they try and do, and we'll bribe and ransom each and every single person and see what
Right.
they can try and do. Mwahaha.
I feel
And that'll
like
be it.
the releasing of the credentials and getting them cracked and already circulating, excuse me, sorry, is to make more people to come to their side. This seems very much like a movie type thing. You know, you'd think this would be like a movie scene where they get the ransomware, they get the information, and they crack it and they circulate it, and then they bring the company down from inside. You know, I mean, it's one of those things.
Kirsty.
I love it. I
Who's
love it.
that?
It's amazing. That's amazing. I love it,
Uh,
Kirsty. It's amazing.
I like how the professor says maybe they are hacker children.
They
And then
might be
Kirsty-
hacker children. You might be right. These
yeah.
little prodigies, man.
And then Kirsty, I know it just said eat the rich itself.
Well, back on topic, people always target the working class. It's just time for us to revolt. And that's what she responded to.
Absolutely.
Just cosplay as whatever I have Xander wear that night. 100%. 100%. Because I never know what his outfits are going to turn into in City ever. I mean, he's been doing pretty good, but now he's going to probably do something crazy now that I've said that. 100%. For those who don't know, for those of you who are in chat and don't know, and Kirsty, you as well too, since you've just joined us, Daddy Senpai plays the character in City that is my in City character's boyfriend. Fiance.
Oh, okay.
So they've been spending a lot of time. So this gimp suit thing they're talking about is a previous experience that we were talking about at one point in the podcast. And Olivia, my character, was dancing, and he was there at the strip club in a gimp suit and leopard shorts.
Oh, I feel like I have to Google what a gimp suit is now.
When you find it, you'll understand. It'll make sense 100%.
Yeah, you'd be like, I wish I'd never.
Guys.
That'll be it. Yeah, that's the reaction.
I should have gone incognito before I looked this up. But
yeah. Professor
Please get the popcorn. You got some for us? Come on. Now you know what that is.
Ledge. Kel, how you doing? It's just if I could hack, I'd just rickroll companies all day long.
I love
it.
So
Yes.
amazing. Such an amazing plan.
Absolutely. Mad scenes, to be fair. But yeah, I just hope that they sort the shit out.
Sort their shit out.
Yeah, to try and stop them from doing it every time. To be fair, 'cause it's just number one crime, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Oh, let's just get all the info and bribe the company to like give us your money, man. It's like the Stewie moment with Family Guy. Where's your money, man? Like, and itself, but it's just insane, and it's just downright freaking disgrace from them. But at the same,
if they're smart enough to hack, more power to them. I mean, I respect the skill it takes to be a hacker. I don't respect what hackers do, but I respect the skill it takes to be a hacker. So you got that from me, at least.
Yeah.
Cyber attacks are huge, though. Like, they own companies, on people, on everybody, and it's insane that there's people that are smart enough to do that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's scary too, because it's just like, okay, if we can do it in this huge, this is it a software company? I don't even know what to describe.
This is a hacker group. This is particularly a hacker group. NVIDIA is hardware and software, actually.
Hardware and software. Okay.
They release drivers and they release the actual GPUs, the actual graphic processing units. So,
but it makes you think about like anything that you keep online. Like, it doesn't, like, if like if you're just part of a company that might get hacked, like what does that mean for you? It's
absolutely.
even at my job, as minimal, I mean, well, it's not that minimal because we're connected to bigger things, but even at my job, we go through like, protect yourself classes, cyber security classes, talking about don't open strange emails, look for these notifications. If you get somebody comes in who's not supposed to be there, make sure you pay attention to what they're doing, all that stuff. We go through all of that too, even on mine. In my job. But I mean, part of it is like we have access to a lot of stuff that people would be able to get their hands on. It could be problematic for my job and for the bigger picture in general. So, but I mean, so yeah, cybersecurity is like no joke, for real. Like, I mean, like I said, I mean, the skill it takes to be able to crack that shit, I mean, it's impressive. But like I said, what they do, I don't agree with personally myself.
Yeah.
And NVIDIA is one of the biggest probably one of the biggest developers of graphic processing units, graphic cards
Graphics
out
cards
there.
mainly. Yeah.
There's so many companies that use their software and their hardware and just resell it under their own name. Like MSI does NVIDIA cards and their drivers. I mean, AMD has them. So many people, so many companies use their drivers and their, actual graphics cards that, it's huge for them. It's like one of the biggest in the world. And I mean, professors like, you have to go big or go home. You got to do time to be a real hacker. I mean,
absolutely. Absolutely. And vanilla.
Damn, vanilla.
Unbelievable stuff.
Vanilla goes, cyber attacks are going to become more common as the years go by, both ethical and unethical incidents. 100%. It is. It's massive. It's a big, big problem for everybody, really. For people involved in the companies, for the companies themselves, for everybody.
Yeah. It's just been mad, to be fair, but...
Oh my God! Day Senpai just gifted 5 tier 1 subs to my community. Oh my God! Thank you, my man. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all about it, dude. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Nice. But yeah, just hope that it get that sorted, sort their shit out basically itself, and just try and get themselves sorted, because Vanilla's right about the cyber attacks. It's just going to keep going as the years go by. You probably hear it all the news all the time now. You'll be even more, be like, and then there's been another cyber attack in the latest news itself, and then you'd be like, yeah, we've heard this before.
Cyber criminals are getting smarter too. Like, it used to be different. You used to could pretty much tell what the emails were that that weren't probably a cyber attack, probably had viruses or ransomware in them. Now they're getting to the point where they're able to adjust their skill levels and stuff like that to make it much more secretive, or to make it seem much more professional. Or, I mean, they might send you an email about an insurance thing, that something might be changed about your insurance because of COVID-19, whatever. I mean, they can send out these emails that sound 100% legit. Like, you can look through them and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And unless you actually look into what the hell is going on, you're going to get attacked, because you're like, oh, that's something you don't think about,
Absolutely.
What kind of liquor do I drink now? Martini sounds fire, says Daddy Senpai. Vanilla goes, shaken, not stirred, ? It actually tastes better shaken. Bon was onto something. 100% it does.
We'll have to get Kirsty back to the last ever episode.
Oh, Vanilla.
You need to do that. Well, Vanilla. Wow. Anywho,
and with that,
let's go straight to, unless there's any more queries or anything you guys want to discuss about the topic.
God, Daddy Senpai.
Itself. It's up to you.
No, I've pretty much said my piece. Did you guys have anything else y'all wanted to add to the article, or no?
Kirsty?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I think she's still taken back by the gimp suit.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, my mind went blank after the gimp suit. There's nothing going on back here now.
Absolutely.
It's okay. It happens to me all the time. I don't even know how to pull it myself through the show sometimes. I just ride the energy. I'm like, yeah, we're going. We sending it. Gone. What? It's true, Mel. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't remember scenes. I had to rewatch
You
the
don't
show. So
remember?
I had to rewatch. I don't always not remember. There's times that I don't remember parts of the show. I have to rewatch. I'm like, oh yeah, I did say that, didn't I? I remember now.
I just
That is
don't
like,
look back because what you don't know can't hurt you. Like, did I actually say it? Let's go with no, and we'll just move on. And
yeah.
in 2 months, that VOD will be gone, and we're fine.
Yeah, it's like
100% plausible deniability. I don't
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
saying it, so I didn't say it.
Yeah, exactly.
absolutely, and it's just like, did
Gotta
I?
ride that energy, damn vanilla.
It's just like saying, what actually did I say last week? Poor trans. I'm sure I said something to trans last week. Oh yeah, I said I'm sorry. I called her the fudge girl last week itself.
You're not
So
calling me that again.
I've just done it now.
You're
Wink,
not
wink.
doing it again directly, not indirectly. I can't stop you indirectly, but you're not doing it again directly.
I
Daddy
am.
Senpai already got my wrath on that shit for real. He knows it. Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, Daddy
Um,
Senpai.
no. So that was the PC console news articles from this week. That was the first segment, and that was just under an hour. I think that's the first time we've done that in ages. To be fair. Bye bye.
You
Excuse
and
the
me
burp.
both, man.
Excuse
The
the burp. I
synchronized
didn't mean to do that.
belches. There we go.
Yeah, my bad. That was a bad burp on that one. So segment 2 is the main discussion topic. So this is where could be a topic that's being related to the 3 articles that we discussed, or something completely different. So Trans will still be doing the main discussion topic,
Yes.
and then we'll come up to the interview questions, which Kirsty, she's eager to find out what the questions are.
That's Malk's favorite part. I'm not even gonna lie. He
I
loves
am.
to ask anything. He
He
absolutely
loves to
that
grill.
thing. He does. He loves to
I-
get grilled as well.
Oh,
I feel
You know you
smoky.
do. You know you do.
I feel smoky on that. To be fair, I don't know what to
Anyways,
say. I don't know what to say now. I'm getting
on
rinsed.
that note, y'all.
On that note,
Okay, so moving to the main discussion, guys, we're going to talk about we're going to talk about something that's related to an article that I originally was going to include in this week's news, but I did not. I took it out. And I figured we could discuss it instead. Most of you guys probably have heard about the artesian builds catastrophe that happened with the streamer that won the artesian builds computer, because they do a drawing, and you have to have the table in your about information, and you have to be affiliated with them and all that stuff. Most of you guys who have heard about that probably know that the CEO of Artesian Builds was extremely rude to this poor streamer, this poor girl, on comments that was made. So we're going to talk about the grind of sponsorships, affiliations, and rewards for small streamers. This goes to the fact that what happened with that artesian with that artesian builds situation was, so her name was drawn from their monthly giveaway. I think it's a monthly giveaway. And brand new computer, fully built from Artesian Builds, huge company, all right, massive. She was affiliated with them. She had their table down there. And then the CEO wanted to back out of giving her that PC when, yep, that's the one. That's the one, Vanilla. When they looked into her history, found out, one, she had no clicks on her affiliation link with the site. Two, she had less than 5,000 followers across all socials. So he was really rude about it. He's like, no, we're not doing this. He's like, look at this girl's, socials, look at her followers, da 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 da. And they offered not to give her. Now, Intel actually sponsored this giveaway, and they stepped in on behalf of the streamer. And then the Artesian Build CEO put out a public statement apology to the streamer in question, and she pretty much said, "Fuck you guys."
yeah.
It's pretty much how she felt about
Go
it, and
off.
I understand where she gets it. I guess she said, all it says is you had to have a table in there, and da da da. And she's like, and I had that, and I was set up. I won that fair and square. I should have gotten my build. And then Intel stepped in, and the CEO put out a public statement apology to the streamer in question. So I would like to hear y'all's inputs on what happened with this particular streamer, as well as our own experiences with affiliations and grinds for sponsorships and any kind of rewards you might get and the fine print that goes along with all that shit. So I'll let you guys start out. You guys can decide who goes first.
You can go ahead this time. I've done 2 in a row first. Your turn.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
You're
So,
welcome.
so my thought of this, fair freaking play to the streamer for
Mhm.
with that reaction itself. Yes, I would be in that same position if that happened to me. I'll be like, well, fuck you guys. I'm not going for that again. You know what I mean? It's just like, why would you go for that company again when they're being arseholes and just being arsed to the streamer? And especially if it's a streamer that's so popular, like thousands and thousands of views as well. You don't want to have a bad reputation as well, but at the same time, you don't want to get fucked over by some idiot from that what was it, Artisan Builds, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
So I and fair play to that streamer because that streamer had the right to say, I've won this fair and square. Where is it? Where's the fucking PC that I got for,
Exactly.
do you know what I mean? Sort their shit out itself.
100%.
Absolutely. But yeah, if the streamer goes to a different person, to a different build, fair freaking play, deserves it 100%. The grind with the sponsorships, the affiliations, the affiliate. When we had it on Twitch, it took me a month to get the 50 followers and the 3 average viewers that we had with the
Yeah.
50. But the sponsorships, it was so difficult to find a sponsorship that could integrate with the streamer, like with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And correct me if I'm wrong, unless you guys have had different ideas or how to get it, but I was more struggling to find sponsorships than I have been to try and get affiliates more as such. And when you do get that reward, once you get spotted, it feel like you've just won £1 million or $1 million or $1 million Canadian
Yeah.
dollars itself.
100%.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just pure luck and get spotted. And if you like all of us are streaming on Twitch or YouTube or any other streaming services itself, like Mixer back in the day before they cancelled itself.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of when's it gonna happen for all of us, because all of us ain't gonna have the same priorities. It's just gonna be lucky and just hope that you're really good at the games itself. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
but I don't know about you guys, but I've had trouble struggling to get a sponsorship until I found a place where they were applying for sponsorships. They were only minor companies. They were only minor. They weren't like big companies like Nvidia or whatever, or the other shit itself. But it was good. There was one called Fatal Grips that I got.
Yeah. You had the Veil Grips one, I know.
Yeah, and it was an easy process. The others, they were like, "Oh, you need to have hundreds of thousands of views on Twitch or 10 million followers." And like, are you freaking serious? Sponsorships is more difficult. I've experienced more difficulties with sponsorships than I have with affiliates or rewards. And when you do get rewards on stream, it's mostly the unexpected rewards, and that's what we love about the rewards itself,
Oh yeah, totally.
because all of you guys, the fans, the viewers, anyone that all of you guys, absolutely all of you guys, have been. Yeah, it's more to do with you guys have been there to help to support us as small streamers. Unite, itself.
Small streamers for life, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Before we go any further, I'm gonna do a quick catch up with some people. Had some comments said in the chat. So one thing, Professor Beeks says half me thinks the sexual innuendos in chat are wild, the other half me clicked follow. So welcome to our streams, Professor B. Congratulations, you are now part of the community. Let me see. So, artesian builds, vanilla, like we've established, eat the rich. That's what Daddy Senpai said. Vanilla says none of what the CEO talked about disqualified her from winning. He changed the ruling last minute, live on stream. 100%. That was the biggest thing. Was the raffle in for people they sponsored? It was an ambassador thing. The only caveat for the contest was that the winner be an ambassador for the company for 3 months and more. You see, he just threw a tantrum, and Daddy Senpai goes, "Let's just riot, renegade for life after all." R.I.P. Mixers. Vanilla goes, streamers had to be more than weary of brands and networks to be a part of. More often than not, they do not care about who is under their umbrella, just how much money they're accumulating. And Daddy Senpai says, from my experience with G Fuel, who sponsors everyone, bless them, it was a painless process and they worked with the people they spoke to. The companies just need dedicated teams for that stuff. So the chat has a lot of things about that too. So yeah, the fact that he changed the ruling on it and said, and especially he said it on stream, like, this girl has like less than 5,000 followers across all her socials and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, that
imagine.
was yeah.
Oh my God.
I know,
the gall.
It's crazy. All right, go ahead, Kirsty.
The unmitigated gall of that is just wow. Wow. So like I think it's all so the issue with artesian builds is like I think maybe in general, I think that
I don't know what that's about, but okay.
I'm like changing my mind as I'm speaking, but instead of like taking a breath and like gathering my thoughts, I just keep talking through it. So
no, you're good. Go ahead. Go for it. Go for it.
But I think what smaller streamers are not really are not really appreciated for is the conversationality of small streamers, right? When you're watching a stream with 10,000 follows and there's 500 people in chat and the streamer's like, and by the way, please buy this microphone. It's amazing. Like, do you feel compelled to the same way that you would feel compelled to somebody that you feel like you personally know?
Yeah.
Or you know better and you genuinely trust? Like, I think that small streamers could be. Have you seen me? I just ramble. That's just let me keep going. I'll just keep going.
Ooh.
But no, I think
go with it.
I think small streamers have a place in advertisement, and I think that, like I say, like that trust to some extent is there with a lot of smaller communities where people can actually talk, and when smaller streamers tend to have smaller people coming in as well who are just starting out and say, hey, when I started out, I got this mic. It was amazing, or whatever. When I finally got a PC, this is what I got on my build. Rather than, just having an exclamation PC build in your chat. And it's like, this is what I have, having the time to talk about that stuff. I think, and like, not only that, but like so much of advertisement is repetition, So if you're only giving your, for example, artesian build to big streamers, not everyone watches big streamers. A lot of people don't even pay attention to chat. They just, if it's a big streamer, they just watch the stream. So if you have somebody like a bunch of, small, medium, and large streamers all repeating your product, isn't it going to increase your sales? Like everyone says this thing is good. Like I want that. So to imagine, I can't imagine literally watching somebody be like, oh, this girl isn't good enough for our free thing that we were going to give away for free no matter what. Like what an absolute, like, oh my God, I would be heartbroken. I'm so proud of her for being like, yeah, suck my ass. Like, I don't want that shit anymore. Like, can you imagine? It's so hard to etch out our niches on the Twitch scene. And I think affiliation, I heard recently, it's basically to prove that your account isn't a bot. Like it's basically to prove that people are actually chatting, people are actually following, you're accumulating, you're getting better, etc. But then partner is like an unbelievable jump, jump. And so many people make that jump and then can't even get partnered. They still get turned down. So what is this community that we're building where you're not good enough if you're somewhere in this, but meanwhile, and along the same line, like I hate watching partnered streamers raid other partnered streamers. I mean, it's not my business. It's not my problem. It's not my decision. But I think it's such a lost opportunity for somebody who's smaller. Not that saying, you get rated by a huge streamer and all of a sudden you become huge too, but it's a chance. And I literally watched a YouTube video. I think it was Jacksepticeye was going on Twitch and like donating to partnered streamers. And he's like, oh, this is a small stream. And it was like 150 people in the chat. And I was like, girl, small stream? I was like, small stream who? Like, I can't even, like, it's just like, there's so many people, and some of the people that that he was donating to were just like, oh, thanks, another donation. I was like, if somebody gave me $150, like, I'd be like, do you want my OnlyFans? Do you want to see some boobies? Like, what do you feel? Like amazing. Like, imagine. Like, oh. Anyway, so I feel like, and I personally haven't. Hey, yo. But like, I personally haven't ever had a sponsorship. I've tried like affiliate codes here and there. And I've been approached. Like, I've been approached, for example, on Instagram. I've been asked like, oh, we have this clothing company. Would you be interested in having a code with us? And a couple of times I was like, no. And then one time I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. I'm just curious. So you have an OnlyFans? No, I don't have an OnlyFans. Why would you sign up? Would you sign up?
Just curious, for academic purposes. Just wondering.
Put an I in chat if you'd sign up.
Whoa. I did not expect this at all. Oh,
but
before I forget, sorry, make sure you hydrate, guys.
We're gonna hydrate?
Oh,
yay!
Thanks, Jim.
Sorry.
We're getting a little thirsty. We need it. Thank you.
Yeah.
From the OnlyFans part itself, yeah.
But so this one company, I was like, you know what? I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious because I was asked. I hoped for the best, expected the worst. And so I was like, okay, like if I was to do this with you, like what are the terms? And they were like, okay, like you have to buy some of our clothes, but we'll give you 50% off. And so I'm like, well, 50% off clothes. I was like, okay. And then I was like, and then how much would the benefit be for my viewers or my subscribers or whatever? And they're like, it's 20% off for them. And I was like, you know what? That's really not a bad deal. So I was like, okay. So I look at their website and the clothes are like, each piece, doesn't matter, t-shirt, pants, everything is $100 on the dot. Everything is $100. And I'm like, okay, I'm curious. Like, let's buy a couple of things. So I bought a few things. I get my 50% off. It was still decently expensive. I shit you not, it was Shein quality clothing. I was so upset. Even with my 50% off, like the clothes weren't worth it. One thing didn't even fit. It was size medium, which is I'm a really tall. I'm a medium ass bitch. And they gave me things that would legitimately not fit a child. These shorts were like this big. And I spent $50 on them. And I was like, are you joking? Like, can you imagine? I was like, I'm supposed to represent you. I ordered my size. It's not even just slightly too small. Like, there's no way this would fit somebody who's not over the age of 12. Like, so I wrote them and I was like, if you guys want to work with me, like, I'm going to be honest. So I just wrote them and I said, hey, most of the clothes didn't fit. And then there was a t-shirt that was supposed to have like a cinch around the bottom. So it was supposed to kind of balloon out and be kind of like loose and cute. And I was like, I'll make it fit. I'll suck the gut in. See, the problem is I have thunder thighs and there's no amount of sucking in the world unless you include liposuction that's gonna like deal with those. So the shirt maybe, the thunder thighs not. But anyway, so I said, and by the way, like, this t-shirt, A, it was also very small, but B, it didn't have this like cinch that it literally was called balloon waist shirt. So I was like, oh, maybe it was just the way that it was folded. But I looked at what the shirt was called and I was like, balloon waist. Like, obviously this is what it's supposed to have. So I wrote and said, like, this is not what I received. And they said, no, that's right. I'm like, girl, that was $50 for a regular t-shirt. $100 is what they were asking.
Yeah.
So I didn't say anything else after that. I just took my losses, basically. I'll try and sell those shorts to a small child, I guess, and just cut my losses.
Here you go.
Wow. Imagine. And I mean, I guess if like a company's not willing to just give you stuff for you to show, like, of course there's like indicators and red flags when you're agreeing to do some sort of deal like that. And I had a feeling it wasn't going to turn out, but I was morbidly curious and I was so disappointed. And that makes me feel like, I don't need a sponsorship. I won't pursue something like that. Or obviously I won't pursue something like that, but I wouldn't pursue a sponsorship either, especially seeing the way that Artesian Builds treated that girl. Like, it's all so unbelievable, honestly. We're just here minding our business.
Yeah, I'm just gonna catch up on some chat over here because we had quite a bit of comments about all this while you were talking, and I was just letting you finish what you were saying. Vanilla says Artesian Builds huge ambassadors were pissed because they were small streamers once too. Some said it was like watching their younger sibling tossed aside because they weren't good enough to win. 100% agree with that. Daddy Senpai goes, see, it's the personal connection that I think helps move the product with smaller content creators. It's still odd being called Daddy Senpai to me every now and again. Well, yeah, because you did your rebranding, buddy. And Biggs goes, I agree, smaller streamers are superior. Kirsty asked me if I was a dirty professor the other night and I had to take a cold shower, then subscribe. Ninja ain't asking me that shit. Yeah. Daddy Senpai goes, damn, well, I'm a bot, so rip. Daddy Senpai says, I'm sending feet pics for 150. Oh my God, I've cried on stream for $100 donation. No lie, I have done it before. Let me see what else. They were going back and forth in there. And Taya Senpai says, you can tell Trant sees the dumb stuff we say because she smirks. Malk looks repulsed when he finds out.
Yeah.
And Taya Senpai said, Thor ain't got nothing on my thighs. Vanilla says, I wouldn't say Malk looks repulsed, more of a horrific interest. And Biggs goes, Kirsty is a small soul streamer. It's not about money. 100%. I mean, I have had affiliate links before. I used to have CD keys. I used to have a few others. People didn't click on them as much. I had the advertisements. I still have them somewhere, but they're just not active right now. They're dormant. But, excuse me, guys. But yeah, so, I mean, I had all that. But I wanted to do sponsorships, but I, didn't think that I was going to get picked for that stuff because I normally am not picked for that stuff. So when I get something that comes my way unexpectedly, a big donation or a big bunch of gift subs or whatever, I mean, Malk, you've seen it. And I know you guys in chat have seen it too. My reaction, is genuinely like, oh my fucking God, that's crazy. I get rated by 5 people. I'm like, hell yeah, I got a rate. Yeah. But I also want to say on that thing we were talking about how, bigger streamers supporting partnered streamers and stuff. I have somebody who I follow who I absolutely adore what he does when he does his ends of his streams. I haven't watched his show recently, so I feel really bad for that. I really am trying to catch him, but he's such a weird hours from mine. He actually, when he's doing a game and he goes to raid a streamer, because he likes to raid at the end of his streams, he goes through the list and looks for small streamers to raid, specifically small streamers. And he wants to actually support those people because he knows what it's like. I mean, he's got thousands of followers. Even when we had JD last year, he had thousands of followers too. And he does a similar thing sometimes as well. But this particular guy, he does it every time. He'll always, the game he's playing, he'll look for that game and he'll actually sort. I've seen him do it on stream. He will sort the list from smallest to largest and find somebody that he thinks he should go and raid. He'll watch their stream a little bit and then he'll bring his people in. So, I mean, he actually makes a point to support smaller streamers. And I really think that that's a big thing. I'm 100% with you guys on the comment about, it's the connection. And Malk and I have always been like that with our channels too. Like I've always told you guys in my community, especially, no matter how big I get, you know, I'm never going to be too big for you guys. Y'all are amazing. I absolutely love you. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And I tell people how many followers I have, and they're like, wow. And I'm like, that's not that big, but you know, I still enjoy it because I can still have that wonderful connection with my followers and my viewers. It's a really good thing for me to be able to have that. And I've always said that the game is secondary socialization, and what we're here for, hanging out, is more important in my opinion. So I 100% you know, support that. I think that small streamers should get more recognition for their connection with their audiences, and they are the ones who would definitely be able to push that, you know, that affiliation or whatever, provided that they're, you know, able to constantly, you know, acknowledge it or whatever. On the comment you made about having a command for PC specs, I kind of made a little like, because I kind of have that too. But if anybody asks me about my PC, I can say, hey, I have this link here if you want to check it out. And then if they have any more questions for me, they can ask me, and we'll just go into discussion from there. So, I mean,
100%.
But I don't just do it and say, here's my link, you know, good luck figuring it out. Don't ask me shit about it. But I mean, I actually make a point to communicate and to try and be 100%, you know, interactive with my community always. Whenever I stream. Oh my God, we went crazy again. Go ahead.
Along the lines of rating people who are playing the same game as you, I've definitely had that happen too, and I've done it as well. But have you ever rated somebody who's asked you not to return?
No.
Because we had that. So I used to try it, like when I was playing like a different game, like other than like COD or whatever DVD that are a little bit more mainstream. Like we rated somebody and really liked the guy, but we started going back. We're like, oh, this guy's pushing affiliate, like we're gonna help him get there, you know. And the whole community was just jumping right in and chatting away. And he actually turned stream off, and we're like, oh, what happened? And he DM'd me and he said, please don't ever come back here. He's like, you guys don't care about the game that I'm playing. Like you're not talking enough about this game. Like it's really uncomfortable for me. Please don't come back.
Whoa.
What?
I've never felt more embarrassed or sick to my stomach in my entire life.
Oh my God, I would be that way too. I'd be like, oh my gosh, really? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Can I just say, and I'm saying this on live stream, I don't care if I get kicked or what, but if I have a shotgun to that streamer, I wouldn't be surprised to be in prison after that, because no, but it's just really gobsmacked. It's like we're like small streamers. That's where everyone has been started in their career before they go massively big, like massive itself. But when I've just heard that from Kirsty's point of view, I was thinking, shit, I need this guy or to get shot, because how dare they do that and stop the stream and just say, well, don't ever do that again. Like, well, it's
really?
it's like saying, Kirsty, do not ever do that to me again, like on the stream itself. But I'm like, you know, it's just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just no.
I don't know if you could be more well-intentioned.
What the hell?
Right? Like, how can you be more intentioned than, here's a bunch of viewers, I want you to hit affiliate. And not only did we just like raid and dash, like we're continuing to come back, you know. It was just like my feelings were really hurt. But I just said, so he said, please don't come back. And I was like, can I ask why? Like for future, you know, learning opportunities. Like Jesus. And he was like, yeah, he just said, you guys aren't interested enough in the game. And I said, you know, good luck to you then. And, you know, I hope you hit affiliate, and good luck. You know, he already had a few viewers. Like it wasn't like he was streaming to no one. So I said, you're going to be fine. Like, good luck to you. And then he wrote back like something kind of like passive aggressive, like, please unfollow. And, you know, and I was like, so I didn't unfollow because I just was like, okay, you know, like I won't be reactionary. It just is what it is. And I
Yeah.
saw he even changed his name on stream, and then I was like, okay, I'm unfollowing. This guy really did not want us to ever find him again. I was like, oh my gosh.
So we got quite a few
yeah.
comments in the chat, so I'm going to go back a little bit.
Okay.
Beak said, Kirsty is a soul streamer. It's not about money. Yeah, and I'm saying the same thing too. You know, I have a bunch of links about support and all that shit, and sometimes I pop them, sometimes I don't. But I mean, it's not about that. It's about social. It's about being there with people and having a good time together. And Professor Beak said, no, it's a Brinks reference. Apparently no one has seen it but me. Sudi goes, she does stream for funs and giggles, and it's the best reason to do it. 100%. If you don't enjoy it, if you're not having a good time with your community, then don't get into streaming. That's one of the biggest things.
And if you want to watch somebody play a game, well, I'm not that person, so it's got to be about the game. I'm trash. I am trash.
Senpai goes like that old game that dropped off after 3 days. I loved it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, buddy. Totally do what brings you joy. He goes, Trent said she's going to hit me when she gets big. No, I did not say that, Day Senpai.
You're not a kid, so you're fine. She's not going to hit you.
Right, good. Oh God, really? Now not only am I, oh my gosh, now it's Fudge and apparently kids. City goes, always her streams just fun. I'm just gonna stop, okay? No matter what game, it's just so great. Somebody goes, yeah, in my experience, it's the people who are taking the game hella serious. I rated a guy playing Fortnite when it first came out and he wasn't happy. And Vanilla's like, oh, sorry, I'll take me and my viewers to some other place. Ciao. Deuces. You know, I send to you guys all the time. Deuces, bye. Sudi goes, the guy was just bleh, and Kel's like, Malk turned into No Mercy Percy real quick, Raffle. That's a Critical Role reference for the win, by the way, guys. Absolutely love it. It's a kitty! Oh my god!
She stole my breakfast from upstairs, and she's like standing here trying to eat it like I won't notice.
She's so fuzzy and precious. I love it. And Sudi goes, hey, Christy, you scream headshots though.
I've never screamed once in my life. What?
Mount goes day, Mount by day, No Mercy Percy by night. 100% Vanilla. Critical Role reference. Percy is a character in Campaign 1. And he went on a revenge arc, and he got the nickname by the community No Mercy Percy because he didn't care. He was on his revenge, and if you did him wrong, he was killing you. That's just how it was. And he got savage real quick.
That's hilarious.
He was, and well, I'm not going to give any spoilers because it's also in the Legend of Vox Machina, so you should totally watch that too. But there's a reason for it. But yeah, I get what they're saying. 100% No Mercy Percy.
Yeah.
Oh, the kitties.
And that kitties definitely agree with us saying, damn that bastard streamer. Yeah, that bastard streamer. It's
Tim goes, Kirsty and pretty much everyone from the community, such as Sudi, are so supportive. I wouldn't have got as far as I have without them. I didn't even ask. They just helped me. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And I think most people appreciate the help, you know, trying to get you where they want you to be. And some people are just that way, I guess. I mean, fine.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. I think the thing with Twitch is you can't get bitter. You just have to keep trying, brush it 100%. Off. There's literally thousands of people out there who do want the help, you know, and don't know how to ask for help either. There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people that get into streaming and they don't know what all entails the connecting and the building. And so when somebody who's been in it for a little while, even if they're not like massive or huge streamer that says, hey, we can help you get you where you want to be, more often than not, they'll appreciate it. They're like, oh, thank you so much. Because I've had people tell me, I am not going to lie, I'm 100% lost. I don't know what to do with this, how to set this up. And I've helped them in the past with that stuff. And I've also helped them with getting followers, stuff like that, because I've been in their chats and said, hey, follow this person. They're awesome, really cool person. And they're starting streaming, so let's try and support them. But I'm all about support. 100%. Like, I mean, I have been in a lot of streams, guys. I know I'm a little slacking right now. I apologize. I'm getting ready to go into another half of my classwork that is going to make it even worse for me. So there we go. I'm getting ready to go into advanced web design.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Oh, you'll be
yeah.
fine. No worries at all. Trans.
Will you
Sure.
help me design my OnlyFans?
Totally. Totally.
Well, you've just heard that what's happening now is the exclusive rights of what's happening with Kirsty's scenario itself, and I did not expect this at
I'll
all.
have my people meet.
I
Get a
didn't
hold of your
either.
people.
Imagine. Yeah. So,
I'll have my people get a hold of your people, Kirsten. We'll work
are you
it
done?
out.
Yeah.
She's
Cat's like,
19. She's
no.
super geriatric.
Oh, so
Oh,
cute, so sweet. Just wants all the lovin's. So, do we
oh.
have anything else on this aside from 100% supporting this girl in her fuck you against her teaching builds?
Um, what I'm going to say is, everyone, no worries. All I'm going to say is, it's just the streamers. We all started off as small streamers, and at the same time,
The
it
door
was
to the
more.
milk box was closed.
I
Sorry.
don't- Oh,
Oh,
that's
That's
all
why
right.
she's meowing.
that's what it
Oh,
is. Mama, I need you. I know that. I know that meow for real.
to be honest, everyone started off
Don't
as
mind
small
these guys.
streamers. No, no, sorry. Like I said, everyone started off as a small streamer, but the people who have been there from day one should always be credited more than the big streamers,
Yeah.
because the big streamers don't know who you are. They're just like, "Hey, how you doing? Oh, who are you
Or they
again?"
don't even talk to chat. So many big
Yeah.
streamers just totally ignore chat.
When it gets to a certain point, like it's hard to keep up with the chat when you have so many people in there. I mean, and 100%, like I know that I know that sometimes even when I have a lot of people going on in chat, and for me, a lot of people is like 15, so it's huge for me. So
Absolutely.
like if I have a lot of people talking, I might miss something, and I was like, sorry if I'm missing your chat, guys. But if I was like times that by 10, I don't know what I would do. That'd be crazy. That'd be
Yeah.
crazy. It would blow my mind, and I'd have to keep up with it. So I understand why some of them can't keep up with the chat, but some of them
Yeah.
don't try.
Some
you
don't
know?
try. That's what bothers me.
Yeah.
Like just reading like a comment here and there and like responding to that. Sweet, cool. Like, well, why would you write in chat if they're never literally ever gonna read it?
True.
That's kind of crazy.
That's a very good point, actually. And those people, they don't care. To be fair, it's the small streamers who like us, who
Yeah.
commit our time not only for the podcast, but like in general when we do our own streams in individual times. It's like, oh, thank you to everyone that's contributed so much, because you've been here. Could be your first day, could be your, not saying your last, but you've been here for like 200 times, 500 times, whatever. As long as you're there
Yeah.
from the start, that's where the the best ones ever hit in. And you are all awesome. You guys, you're all awesome.
Yeah.
I nearly said awesome.
Y'all are awesome.
I nearly said awesome instead of awesome itself. I do
Awesome.
apologize. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Milk.
meant that. I meant that wrong. Sorry. Awesome. I can't pronounce the words. It's your fault, Trans, for the
How
word
is it my fault? It's not my fault.
You what, mate?
You are. You are.
You what? In it.
Absolutely. In it. Yeah, bro. Sick.
That was good.
It's it. Yeah, so basically, you guys that come to the stream and contribute and helping us out from the start, where we were all struggling to try and get affiliated, to where we are now. I mean, without your help, there'll be no streams, there'll be no
100%.
contributions.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
I
And
spend like 5 minutes at the end of my streams to oh damn day senpai. I'll let you say that one because I cannot do the accent well. But no, I was saying that I spend 5 minutes at the end of my streams if I can. And if I'm, not have to get off stream for some other reason, which normally I don't, I can usually plan it. I'm thanking everybody who's done everything on the stream. Like I will go through my like events and say thank you to this person for this, thank you for this, thank you for this, thank you for that gift sub, thank you for that. I mean, I will try my best to to appreciate all of my viewers for everything they do on the stream every time. I mean, it's something that I've always appreciated as a viewer. And so as a viewer, I would want to do it for my viewers so they can know that they're appreciated as well. I mean, and all of us as small streamers, we really do appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And why would we stream if we didn't have our chatters? Like just
Good
go
point.
you would just play the game. You wouldn't bother streaming, The community is what makes it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Definitely. Daddy Senpai says that's what happens when I don't read messages before I send them. Yeah, when he said you what on that.
You won't.
You what? What?
Vanilla. Autocorrect gave up on me a long time ago.
I am not
Mine
surprised.
started doing it too. It's like, okay, we know what you're trying to say here, so we're just gonna go with the ones that you normally say.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You know, I said, oh feck or oh fuck. It said oh duck on the
Yes.
Duck.
Ugh.
and you're like oh duck quack.
Not once have I ever meant duck. Not once.
Stupid ducking autocorrect.
Not once. Ducking hell, yeah. There you
All
go.
day, senpai.
Ducking
Oh
hell.
my god, ducking hell. I love it. I love it.
That's the one I keep saying it every time on the
Ducking hell.
phone.
Yep.
Ah, ducking hell, quack quack. It's but yeah, bad scenes. But have you guys got any more before we go to the interview section? Whose segments?
No, I'm good.
All good. All
You're
good.
good. You
All
good?
good. Hey,
You
how
good?
you doing?
Down there.
To be fair,
She's right there. I see her.
yeah,
I had to find her.
yeah. You had to find her when you try to do the arrows.
You're closer than I am.
Yeah. Let's click in the fingers of the pointing arrows. And stuff. No. Yeah.
Party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
Oh,
ducking crazy? Of course.
the chat is going crazy with the innuendos. We do apologize for
We're
any
all about it.
such a...
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
We're all about it around here, guys. Seriously.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, thank you to Trance for doing the first and second segments of the news articles and the main discussion topic. This one we're going to talk about. This is the part where I've been waiting patiently so much. This is the interview with the streamer, the Kirsty Kryptonite, as well.
Me.
Absolutely.
That's you.
Who tried to promote a microphone earlier on, which you missed out on.
It was
It's,
100%
Limited time offer.
yeah. Absolutely. So basically, what this segment is we're going to ask Kirsty 8 questions. So before the stream started, I had to emphasize at the start to say that these questions are all related to gamer-related questions. Nothing related to personal info like phone number or can I have your address or anything like that. No, absolutely not itself. These are all just like pick eight numbers out of from 1 to 15, and these will be done at random. So these are all, you have heard the questions before for the guys who've been here since the start, but basically this will be the questions that we're going to be looking forward to the most. So Kirsty, are you all set, ready to go?
Yeah, I guess so. Ready as I'll ever be.
Nice. So, first question. Where can we get a drum roll, please? There we go. This is not a game show, whatever happens on this. We're not going to do a prize. And here's your prize.
First question. Fuck, marry, kill.
Yes. Right, Trans, wherever happens,
What?
get Kirsty at the end of the show. I don't care what anyone says. Get Kirsty at the end of the show. Sign her up quick.
In the season 2, we've already got our guests.
Absolutely.
It's already planned out. It's happening. We'll drop the contract tonight.
Absolutely. So the first question is there a particular game you grew up playing on console or PC that you would love to see remade?
That I would love to see remade. So I didn't game much as a kid. I think the first video games that I really got into was actually RuneScape.
Okay.
And I played that when I was maybe 12. My parents, so I grew up in the same house as my mom and my stepdad, and they aren't into gaming at all. I was also a very active kid. I was in track and field. I went to university on a track scholarship. I wasn't a gamer at all. After school, I went to soccer practice and then track, and then the next day it'd be basketball and track. Like I didn't have a lot of spare time as a kid. But my bio dad, who's the fella in chat, he always was interested in video games, but like never played them like when I was around. But it's funny because I think that side of me comes from him.
Okay.
But I remember having like a boyfriend in like whatever grade 6, and he was like, "You have to play RuneScape with me," and I was like, "Okay, like what is this?" At first, I was like, "No way, no way." Then I loved it, and I would like
Okay.
literally have to sneak on the PC and like play for a little bit. So much nostalgia, right? And then I probably only played that for like, I don't know, maybe like a year, maybe less. And then I didn't play video games probably for a few years after that. We did get a Wii when I was a kid to play like Mario Kart and stuff,
Okay.
but that wasn't until like I was almost out of the house to go to university. So I didn't really get into it. So as far as a remake goes, like I can't say that there was a game that I played that would need to be remade, because I think they have a RuneScape remake now, don't they? I've been thinking about playing it, but I'm like, will I get addicted again?
Most likely.
Right. Number one, it's either yes or hell yes. There's no such second decisions. You know this by now. Well, you will now from this stream. It's basically yes or hell yes to get yourself back into RuneScape or any of the other games you would like to go back into. But no questions. Don't think twice. Just go for it. Just go for the hell yes answer, and that'll be fine itself.
Okay. Guess I'm getting back on RuneScape then.
Yeah.
Hermel.
Absolutely. So the next question, all set, ready to go?
Yeah.
What things do you look for when deciding on a new game to play?
So I would say I'm a bit of a disgrace to gamers. I'm not gonna lie. I play kind of mainstream games. When it comes to picking a new game, when I'm not streaming, I often play like Apex or COD or Dead by Daylight. I don't, because I'm a very social gamer. I
Yeah.
really like to talk, with my friends and whatever. And, especially through COVID, like gaming was very much my social life. And I have friends now who are better friends than a lot of the people from my real life here, to be honest. And I think a lot of people are the same way. But that being said, so when I look for a new game, it's basically I'm looking for a game for stream. And so it has to be something that I can stream and still talk to chat and still kind of have fun. And it's people hopefully aren't going to judge me if I'm literal hot garbage at it. So I think I get a lot of inspiration from watching bigger streamers, maybe. For right now, I'm playing Detroit Become Human, which is very like intense. And it was really honestly nerve-wracking playing it at first because I tried starting at a different time than I normally start, but B, just like having to only rely on my own talking, which I mean I can do if it's like a just chatting stream because I'm just reading what chat's saying and then responding to that. There's a lot more back and forth. But when you're playing an intense game where you have to keep your eyes on the screen, you just have to keep talking without knowing what chat is saying. And it's intimidating and it's a really intense game, but hopefully people think that my commentary is funny. Because that's all they're gonna get. And then I'll pause and catch up with chat, but I just have to like keep yammering on. And I've killed Connor twice now. I mean, I killed Marcus once. Like it's not going great, but it's fun and it's intense and there's jump scares. And I tend to really like jump scares. I think because it's fun being scared and fun being like excited, but hopefully it's also funny and good content. But,
Okay.
Couple of comments in the chat earlier. And Kel had said RuneScape so much nostalgia, which you saw. Vanilla goes, Kirsty's secret normie life. And Daddy Senpai goes, now we're all here so far from normal. 100%. And Hedge goes, not so secret anymore. Daddy Senpai goes, I get really drunk and play Mario Kart. That shit is fun. That is fun. That's hella fun. And Vanilla's like, I'll need to claim hot garbage when I stream. And Daddy Senpai goes, I feel like the homies need to play Sea of Thieves because if we're already full of puns, might as well be salty sailors.
See if these nuts fit in your mouth.
Yes! He says you'd love Alien Isolation.
I actually have it downloaded.
Kel goes, no Connor, but also Marcus, but mostly Connor.
I know, I let you down. I'm so sorry. The second time I killed Connor, I freaked out. I was like, I don't accept that. I don't accept that. We're going back. We're fixing that. Like, I can't keep killing people. Like, I'm over it. So I did go back and fix it because it was my fault. Because I might have missed the quick time events. But half the time I was covering my eyes, I missed the quick time events. And then I would see them at the end and be like, no. And he got ran over and eaten by like a tractor, and it was gruesome. Oh my god. And everyone in chat's like, I've played this game several times. I've literally never seen that before. And I was like, oh yeah? Okay.
First time. I can claim it.
I'm a bit worried about eaten by a tractor part. It's
I clipped it because it's honestly really funny because I just fully had a meltdown. I think I called it like the 4 stages of grief. It's like shock, anger, cursing, and fuck this game.
I have been there so many times. I can relate so much with that. That's the song Big Green Tractors about.
Yeah. The unfortunate that Detroit Become Human mishap that we'll never speak of again. You guys didn't hear anything. I never did that. I'm an amazing gamer.
I love failures though. Like failures for me are way more fun. Like when I started streaming, I was doing a lot of Stardew Valley because I'd just gotten into it and I had no clue what to do with this game because I'd just gotten into it. I'm like, oh, I'll start streaming it. You know, it's a good time to talk with people and stuff like that. And my viewers, especially one particular viewer, was always there every day with me, and she had played the game multiple times. So she's like all about it. You know, she knew all the tricks, and she's like, oh, do this trance, do that whenever, you know. And there was a point where like she gives me a hard time even now. Like when I see her on occasion, she gives me a hard time because I was using the wrong tool to try and dig up a tree. I was using a hoe, thinking I was using the axe because I didn't see the differences in the little bitty 8-bits. And I'm like, why won't this tree come out the ground? I know I got the axe for it. And she's like, Trance, that's a hoe. That's not an axe. And I'm like, oh, shit, you're right. And so we just started laughing and busting out laughing about it. And I still get shit about that all the time, even to this day, for real. I mean,
that's amazing.
So the failures are half the fun, really. I really think they are. I mean, if I'm shit at a game, I'm like, okay, look, guys, I'm shit at this game. I'm just going to tell you right now. So just bear with me, and we'll just laugh at how bad Trance is at this game. So we're okay with this. I'm 100% all right with it. And my community never fails to give me so much shit and just keep trolling me about something that happened like 5 years ago. It's the best.
That's chat's job, is to troll the streamer. I really believe that.
Yeah, Day Senpai, I know. So yeah, we can play Sea of Thieves. I told you that it was on Steam on the Steam shop. I told you this. We could get Sea of Thieves.
Shit? Did you just say Steam shit?
I'm not saying Steam shop, but okay. Shut up with the fudge, okay, Day Senpai? Don't even. I'm serious. It's hilarious. Like, I think I might have the clip somewhere buried deep in the history of my archives. But she did. She clipped it, and it was like, I never heard the end of not using the right tool for this particular task that I was trying to do.
Yeah.
There you go. You're not safe either, Malk.
I did not see that comment at all. Anywho,
I'd be 100% down for wrong information and clipping how shitty it goes. I'm 100% down for that. I mean, I'll laugh at my fuck ups just as much as anybody else.
I mean, I did that all the time. I'll just mess up, and I'll try to do the banana man on the new Snapchat filter that I did recently on the camera itself. So when you get redeem points, you change to a corn or like a banana or anything like that from the Snapchat. And I was thinking, this is mad. Oh, and people loved it. People loved it. I don't know why. People
It
loved it.
worked.
It worked.
So funny.
We're
It's
going with it.
yeah, yeah. But vanilla, Jesus. Right. When I say banana,
Welcome
it's
to our podcast, guys.
yeah. Uh, it's nothing like that. It's the Snapchat filter itself. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, yeah.
100%.
That's all. 100
Totally.
freaking percent on that sunshine itself. What I was going to say was, I know you love Detroit Become Human itself. I played it. I only played it like as if I did like watching the movie itself. Just did the whole story of like what would I pick in my own scenario.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I love the story mode. Have you ever played Heavy Rain at all?
No, but people keep comparing it to that.
Yeah. So Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, they're what made how Detroit Become Human. I think it's the creators. I think it's something Dreams or something. I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of the company, but they were the ones who made it. To be fair, they're the ones who made like Heavy Rain was without doubt one of the bestest games that they've made. It was the first ever time, like you say, it was intense. So you can't see the chat. You're just like watching the screen. You're like, oh my god, I can't move, and you just want to try and finish it off itself. But
Yeah,
mad scenes, and you
so
need to.
good.
It's on PS3 back in the day, but I don't. I think they remade it on PS4. So whenever you do get a chance, that's the original game, and it's absolutely amazing how they've done it. And then they did Beyond Two Souls. It was like a weird fantasy game itself, and
Oh,
William
okay.
Defoe. William Defoe. Is it William Defoe who's the one who was in Spider-Man recently with the Green Goblin? He was one of the characters
Yeah.
in there as well. It was just mad scenes to be fair. But did you want to catch up with the comments quickly before I ask the
Yeah,
next
a couple
question?
comments here. Day somebody goes, I've been putting together like $600 worth of models this stream. Hey, Vanilla goes, Heavy Rain was a bulwark. Plus the nudity, so tame compared to now. Very much so, 100%.
Absolutely. You ready for the next one?
Yeah, sure. Hit me with it.
Hit me with your rhythm stick. Is that what you're going to say with the song? It's that's a song itself. When was the moment you really decided to take up gaming as a hobby?
So my partner is really into gaming. And he would play like Borderlands. He always played Halo. So basically, when COVID started, and we were home all the time. I think what happened was we were kind of like, let's play something together. What should we play? And then I had seen people play what's it called, Overcooked on YouTube. I was like, that could be fun. So we started playing that. Really enjoyed it. Never had a domestic, although there was times it was damn close. And we kind of were like, okay, cool. Like this is good. This is fun. And then the new COD came out, COD Modern Warfare, and I was kind of like, I'd play COD if you got it. And so we ended up starting to play COD, but we would play split screen, which is crazy to think about now. Like that was hard. But yeah, and then eventually he got it on his PC, so I'd play on the Xbox and then he'd play on PC. But he really liked, so we would be in search and destroy lobbies, and he really liked when I would yell at people because I can't just mute people. I have to say something back. It's a toxic trait. I don't recommend it for anyone, but here we are. I was born made of piss and vinegar. So I was like, okay. Oh, you want to tell me to suck your dick? Like, and then I would one-up them and we would yell. And anyways, so he was like, you know what? You should stream. This is hilarious. And I was like, I never considered it. I was never that interested in video games like growing up. So I was kind of like, oh, like that's something I never considered. And it was like, if you think it's funny, like I could try it. And so that's where I started streaming. But the thing is, like, that didn't last very long. Like I didn't continue streaming COD with other people's mics on because it's not fun. Somebody pops into your stream for the first time and you're like yelling at somebody. It's toxic, it's uncomfortable. Yeah. You don't understand the context. It's just like, and so really quickly I what's the word? I pivoted, and then it was like I would mute everyone's mics, and then I would talk to chat, and we would just have a fun time. And instead of it being this weird like pissing match between me and a 12-year-old boy, it turned into like, this is my community. I like playing COD. Do you want to play with me? You know.
If ever you get told off by a 12-year-old boy, or a kid of any gender, it doesn't matter. If ever you get told off by a kid, you know what you can tell them back, and this actually comes from the boyfriend. It's something that his dad used to say to his sisters when he was growing up. It's like, I'm not going to argue with you. You can't even feed yourself, and just leave it at that.
Yeah. What I used to say back was far worse than that, so I'll take note of that.
It shuts them up because they don't know what to say, because they know that they know 100% what you're talking about. And they don't. It takes them a minute to catch, and you have enough time to shut them down before you can go worry about. Because they're just like, I'm not going to argue with you. You can't even feed yourself.
Yeah.
I'm an adult. You're not.
Yeah.
Get out my face.
No way. Mad, to be fair. That's mad, to be fair.
Vanilla, I love that approach. I love when people are like, like just go with it, and to the point where it makes them uncomfortable, and it's like, yeah, you started that. Like, how do you like it now? That always cracks me up, because I just go to like seeing red rage immediately, like 0 to 100.
Day Senpai goes, my toxic trait is having the maturity of a 7-year-old. And then what Vanilla said, you guys, for those who listen to audio, says, no one seems to bother me again when I say, don't tempt me with a good time, when they tell me something like that. Day goes, if you ever get told off by a 12-year-old, let them know you will sick trance on them. She goes for gut punches. Alicia does.
And she kicks kids, so. Perfect.
Oh my god!
Oh. See, I thought I was getting rinsed tonight because
I thought he was too. Yeah, you guys jumping on me, so okay.
You're right.
But Kirsty, I've not paid Kirsty in any way possible to get the rinse out of me.
You haven't.
I have not.
You haven't.
Well, we'll discuss something later on that itself. So, anywho, basically, the next question is. Oh yeah. What games have you been playing a lot or have been obsessed with lately on or off stream?
I play probably the most right now. I probably play Apex.
Yeah.
And I really like playing ranked. That's what I play probably the most off stream. On stream, I really like Dead by Daylight. The community and the pacing for Dead by Daylight is the most comfortable pace that I've found for a game on stream, because there's, the games are only 15 minutes long. When you're doing a generator, for example, you can read chat. When you're getting chased, people are laughing at, like if you scream like me, people are laughing at you. And like, I just really like the pacing is just really comfortable for me. But I also really have been enjoying Detroit Become Human for something different, something that's just an amazing game. Like coming from COD, that's just like one of the worst games ever. Seeing like the graphics and the content and the playability of Detroit Become Human, and the fact that you can play it over and over again with different results, like I think it's just incredible, and I'm really excited to try more things like that. My experience was the league levels were toxic, where they were league.
Talking about the DBD community, he's saying my experience was that they were league levels of intoxic, like League of Legends toxic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's toxic people, but honestly, I don't really let it bother me anymore. It used to bother me. But for the most part, honestly, I mostly just get nice follows and people come in and say GG afterwards. That being said, every community's got their weirdos. I had the killer actually came into my stream before we played the other day.
Yeah.
And he goes, can you bring this map? And I want to break pallets. I've got a challenge to break pallets. So we're like, oh, okay, like he's going to farm then, right? He wants us to play along with him. I was like, okay, like cool, whatever. This bitch stream sniped and tunneled me out of the game in the first 2 minutes. No exaggeration. I was out.
Oh my
2
God.
minutes. And I was just like, why? Like, real, why? Like, if you're really good and you kill me, like, fair game. But don't come in asking for things. Don't come in looking at my stream just for
Yeah.
attention. You know what I mean? Like, and it's,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But it's like, there's toxic people in the community. But mostly, like, I've really felt like DBD people support other DBD people. I get lots of follows. I get like 8 follows a stream off of DBD. People are
Nice.
nice. People want to play with you. I've really enjoyed it.
We did have a hydrate earlier, guys. I
Oh,
got my hydrate
sorry.
in, so I was trying to let you guys
Sorry.
know by pointing to my drink. But now I have no drink. So Trance is going to go get another soda because that's about all I have to drink in this household. I shall be back in just a minute. So I'm going to go dark for a little bit while Mount continues the questioning for Kirsty.
Okay, no worries. But yeah, I mean, it's just insane, to be fair, and that's what annoys the most. It's just like, why would they do that to you? Like, they say, "Oh, can you do this and this and this?" But
Yeah.
I won't tell you
Sorry,
what's
is
going to
this your
happen.
stream? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, well, I'm not going to say anything, but you'll find out sooner rather than later. I'm like, why do they do that? And
yeah,
it just ruins the fun of
yeah,
having a good time. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? As
yeah,
well. So
yeah. It's just malicious, and that's the part that bothers. You know, like if you're a really good killer and you kill us right away, cool, good for you. Like, we'll play another one. But it's like, you really came in, you asked for our help, and then not only did you receive some help from us because we brought this map for you, then you watched my stream to see, like, because I was hiding. He
yeah,
totally walked by me, and then whatever the about 7 seconds that it takes for the stream to catch up with what's going on, turns
yeah.
around immediately and comes to me after having clearly just walked by me. It's just like, oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
All I'm gonna say is, what a bastard!
Yeah.
What a bastard!
What a turkey ass. That's what we say on my
That is
stream.
perfectly answered with that. What a turkey ass itself. Class. Right. So the next one I'm going to say is, who are some of your biggest influences in gaming / streaming?
Oh, okay. Well, I think who influenced me in the beginning and then who inspires me now has changed quite a bit, which is interesting.
Okay.
But of course, you know, Miss Emily Louise.
Absolutely.
She
Absolutely.
has really, like, how I deal with streaming and how I choose to support and so on and so forth. Like, that is
Yeah.
very much inspired by Ems, who's, I'm so lucky. She's one of my best friends. Like, she is just always kind, always positive, always supports people, even when people don't necessarily treat her well, she still like goes in and goes out of her way to support them. So that's always going to be one of my biggest inspirations.
Absolutely.
And then I would say now, in terms of like how I want to stream and how I want to present myself, I never used to watch bigger streamers because I just didn't have time because I was supporting, you know, the smaller guys like us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really like to watch a DVD streamer named Adonisaurus.
Okay.
And so again, like, always good vibes. He's always funny, but he just like he did a stream where he talked about like how to improve as a streamer. And he basically said, on this platform, on the internet in general, in entertainment of any sort, you are competing with Nick Merckx on Twitch, you're competing with Netflix, you're competing with YouTube, you're competing with Pornhub, you're competing with hanging out with friends, you're competing with going to the club. Your streams have to be so entertaining that people choose to be there despite all the other things that they can be doing.
Yeah.
And like, when you put it like that, it was like, yeah, you're right. And he just, like, every aspect that he has, I just really aspire to emulate, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
he's got like 500, 600 viewers, and he still answers a lot of chat. He thanks every single person for the follow, for the subs, for the bits. He's always in a good mood, and if he's not in a good mood, he'll just be like, you know what, guys, today's not the day. I just can't give you my 100%. And he gets off. Like if it's 45 minutes, but often he streams for like 13 hours. But anyway, it's just like it feels kind of reassuring to have somebody who I have seen be successful and who I feel I have a similar sense of humor and grittiness to, because, you know, you see a lot of bigger streamers who are just like, like, I don't want to say like shallow or like simple, but like I've never been like quiet or like demure or things like that. Like I like, you know, anyway, so it's nice to see that people can be successful and be very authentic, and that's what I think inspires me the most about him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just can't believe, like, he's right in what you said. We are competing against other people and everyone around the Twitch point of view itself to become that person who's going to be authentic, unique, and entertaining, and be everything that they can. Do you know what I mean? And try and be as the best that they can, but competing against other people at the same time. It's a challenging thought as such. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're not here to compete against. If for me, it feels like I don't want to compete against you, Kirsty, or Mr. Louise, or anything like that. I want to be there to support as much as I can. But if there's multiple people that are streaming at the same time, I'll try my best to open the tabs. That's another tip. Open the tabs to be in each of the stream. You might not be there 100%, but you're always at the chat just to contribute, whether you maybe not chatting or not. It's such, but at the same time, it's more to do with you're there to support, and
absolutely.
So small streamers, and I keep saying it, keep emphasizing it. Small streamers is the way where people need to rethink from the big streamers itself. Like, well, we were big streamers. Well, no, where did you start off, mate? Where did you start? Well, I was a small streamer. Well, where have we come from itself? But at the same time, like for you, Kirsten, I want you to do really well in your Twitch career, like streaming career, like with Miss Emily Louise, everyone, like Trance, Shani, everyone else. Do you know what I mean? Like that I've known for years. I want them to do well. I want them to be successful. If I can't, like, I'm trying my best to become, like, be myself and try and be authentic and try and be as best as I can on the stream. Same with Trance, same with yourself.
Always.
Always, yes, definitely,
Always.
absolutely. And but like I said, at the same time, it's more like we're here to support each other, but at the same time, we're not here to compete. If you're if you're good, fair play. You know, you're super smashing great, fantastic. Do you know what I mean? And if you like saying, I want all of your autographs at the same time before you get into that stage. That's how it feels. If you're good and you become that stream, and that's going to be hitting the big time. Yeah, I wish you nothing but success and get rid of the toxic people, like the dodgy toxic people, and get a shotgun, kill them all in COD itself or Apex itself. But you know what I mean, don't you? At the same time, and it's just insane stuff.
And I don't think like it's a matter of competing as in like you look at your community as competition as much as it's like it's basically saying like things will shake out the way they're meant to shake out. Those who are entertaining and supportive and authentic will rise to the top because they are where people choose to be. And I think that's what I mean. Like
absolutely.
Ted's Gaming joined us. Hi,
Hello,
Ted. What's up? He also dropped bits in my channel, so thank you so much for those bits, Ted's Gaming. That's amazing. And that hydrate was also from him too. So
nice.
And Vanilla had said, "Love it when big streamers are still able to stay grounded while successful." Ted's Gaming goes, but at the end of the day, after learning what others do, you still got to add your own twist on it and always be yourself. And he's like, "How 100%. Are you guys? Hi, we're doing good."
Doing good
100%.
as well. We got about 3 more questions. You probably didn't realize we've done 5. We've got 3 more questions left, and then we'll get on to the part, a little bit of the side notes, and then we'll go straight to the last segment, which is the Ask Us Anything part. Okay.
We try to, Vanilla. We try to look out for each other for sure.
What was the best memory you have since you started streaming, and also your worst memory when streaming?
Oh, my best memory. I think there's been like so many that I think the one that sticks out for me potentially the most is doing that just chatting stream for the first time and having people engage and actually, you know, sit there and chat with me. And thank God I didn't get that question. Yeah, it's like, okay, and here's the spot that I've just been put on.
Well, you know,
So that
Ted,
was
there's
really
always
amazing.
time, buddy. There's always still time. You can always come back.
Ted, what are your best and worst gaming or streaming experiences? Tell us now in the chat. Thanks. Help me out here, bud. But no, I think honestly, like I think as with so many people who stream, like I'm my own worst critic. And anytime I walk out of a stream and I'm not second guessing the things that I said or the way that I said them, if I'm not worrying about, you know, how the games went or whether people were entertained, if I come out of a stream feeling like, like I got stuff off my chest, I feel like people agreed with me, I feel like people enjoyed themselves, and for once I can just chill and not think about it anymore. That's always like the best thing for me.
Oh, okay.
So there's that. If you want something like more specific, I got gifted $1,000 once on stream towards it. I had a PC goal. And we had this guy in our community who legitimately was like Mr. Beast. Like he would just be like, here's 50 subs, here's 100 subs, like here and there. And so he contributed. Now I have a PC. Basically, that's what I'm streaming from right now. So that was pretty, like, if you want like one singular experience, like that was pretty incredible.
No way.
And then when it comes to worst experience streaming, I don't know that I've ever. Okay, actually, I can think of one. So I basically decided that I wasn't gonna play multiplayer games on stream anymore, or that if I was, then I would not join into comms with everyone so that I can focus on talking to chat and I don't have to wait for people to respond back. I can just, you know, talk to chat and not worry about what conversations are going on. But then I had some of my friends say, hey, like we want to learn DBD. Will you please, you know, stream it and we'll play together? And I was like, you know, like these are my close friends. They're also streamers. Like they'll get it. Like this will be fine. And the one friend could not get connected to the Discord call. And so he kept coming in and out, and I would be like talking. I think this might have actually been the day that I got that big donation. But I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And, you know, blah, 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 blah. And my friend was coming in like, hello, like so loudly in between it. Which was like fine. It was quite funny, but it started to get annoying, right? Like I'm trying to talk to my chat. He has no idea what's going on. And he's like, and I'm just like, girl, figure it out. Like, I
like to believe that is a 100% accurate representation. In my head,
well,
that's what
Scouse. So picture that with a Scouse accent.
Oh.
But anyways.
Yes.
So if these people watch, they'll definitely know who I'm talking about. And then my other friend was complaining the entire time. I tried to start out by just doing like a custom lobby and being like, okay, you know, general ideas. This is the gist of the game. And he talked over me the entire time I was trying to help. And then said, okay, let's just go to the regular lobbies. Like, that's it. Like, move on. And I was like, okay. Like, I'm actually going to school in the fall to be a teacher. So like, I was like enjoying like, oh, like, let me give you like a little lesson. Hee, this is cute. And just like did not respect the time that I put into it. And then we got into the games, and every time the killer was on him, every time he messed up a skill check, he just complained and complained, to the point where I watched this stream back to see like how bad it actually was and what my face looked like, because I was fuming, right? And I kept a smile on my face, and I actually burst into tears, feeling so frustrated that somebody would like do that to me on my stream, being a streamer themselves, understanding how important good vibes are, how important it is to just keep your own good vibes as it is, not to mention everyone else.
Yeah.
And to have somebody just kind of shit all over my stream like that, who's supposed to be my friend and like actually understand it, I said, that's it. Like, I'm never joining comms again. Like that just ruined it for me. I was so upset. My feelings were really hurt. And it's like moments like that where you are like, as a streamer, you feel really alone. Like, no one cares about my growth. Like, would I ever do that to that person on their stream? Absolutely not. So it's like, why don't you care about me the same way you would care about your own stream?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was, thank you for the wish of good luck. I appreciate that. But yeah, that was a low moment.
So Ted goes, Ted said, best would be meeting new people because I play with my viewers a lot. Yeah, I know you do. And bad would be when them viewers start showing out and starting drama. So that's understandable. Yeah. He said, I only answered that question because Kirsty asked nicely. And he just dropped 400 bits in my channel.
Oh, let's go.
All the love. Thank you so much, Ted.
Nice.
All the love to you, buddy. I miss you. I miss you so much.
Nice.
Manila goes, sounds like me on Discord because my Discord always disconnects. Hello? Nope. Hello? Nope. Hi? Nope.
I can imagine Vanilla say, Houston or Discord, we have a problem. That'll be fantastic. Well, it's not fantastic, but you know what I mean itself. But,
miss you, Ted.
I miss you guys.
You're going to have to come back here and set the new record. You're going to have to.
Absolutely. 2 more questions, Kirsty. 2 more questions, I promise you.
I'll try and be not less long-winded.
No.
No, you're good.
We've got plenty of time.
Kirsty, we plan this out to be at least 3 hours every episode, and it probably goes past that every time. So you're fine. You're good. It's fine. Yeah. No worries.
The second question is, what got you into streaming?
Okay. Yeah, so I think I kind of referred to the fact that I just thought it would be funny. I thought, you know, people might think it's funny to see like a girl yelling at men. I don't know why I thought that would be funny, because now looking back on it, I'm just like, that was a terrible idea. But I think like another push factor for me would have been the fact that it was COVID. I used to work at a terrible restaurant, a chain restaurant. All of you know it, Italian Denny's. That's right. I worked at Olive Garden, and it was hot trash. It was terrible. I hated it. I got treated terribly, and every day was hell. So I ended up quitting because I wanted to work with children anyways. I've actually taught for a year in Vietnam. I taught English. So it's like I have some credentials. I have a lot of experience, like babysitting and stuff. So I already had some babysitting jobs, but I was getting referred to more and more people because, you know, I'm not a 16-year-old who doesn't really know what they're doing. Like, I'm almost 30. I have teaching credentials. I have experience. You know, I was getting quite a few referrals. So I basically quit Olive Garden. Fuck those guys. And I started my own career. And I even was starting to get friends being like, you're babysitting so much. Like, would you refer me? So I was like, well, okay, if I can't do a job and I give them your name and you get the job, like, how would you feel if you gave me like a little bit of money here? And then if you get referred, or if you refer me, like, I'll pay you for, anyways, I wanted it to be like a community of a few babysitters. Yeah. And then COVID hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice, Ted. Yeah. Well, it's the lighting. The wrinkles get like washed out by the lighting.
He would hate to think how old I am, actually. I think I told you, Ted. I think I told you. And Ted, about that question, if anybody's beat your record, Shiny Cat beat your record at 354 and apparently still holds the record because the episode earlier this season with Daddy Senpai, our first episode with Daddy Senpai, was 352. So Shiny Cat still holds the record.
Just a
Ooh.
tad. Just a tad. It's
But
yeah.
yeah. So, anyways, the babysitting thing didn't work because of COVID. So I wanted a way to make a little money, thought it might be funny, and I started streaming. Long story short.
Right. Well, this is not an actual question, but I want your autograph after this, to be fair, because it's absolutely insane, to be fair. Last question. I think this is the most best question ever. I've said this every time. I don't think this is the best one. So, do you have any suggestions for potential streamers?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to ask yourself first, why are you going to stream? Like, are you there to show off sick clips? Are you there to make friends? Are you willing to put, hours and hours and hours into community building, into promoting yourself, into making content on TikTok, on Hover, on Instagram, on, everything? And are you willing to support people on all of those things? Because the people who come for community, at least in the beginning, in my opinion, are the people who do well sooner. There's so many people who play what I would consider dead games like Warzone, and they're there to play well, which is cool, but I don't think there's a big market for that. And I think people just assume like, oh, if I post some like cool highlights on Instagram, people are going to come in and they're going to watch 4 hours of me dying continuously, but doing like a 360 off a building and getting a headshot.
Yeah.
And like and I am placing no judgment on those people. Like, do your thing, do you, boo. But at the same time, I often find those are also the people who ignore chat. And I personally have gone into a few of those chats and tried to talk and tried to make a personal connection and literally been ignored. And that's cool. Like, it's not everyone's cup of tea to talk to chat. Like I say, I'm not making a judgment, but there's still a pattern that I see from an outside perspective of the person streaming to 1 to 3 people after a year, and so I think if you're thinking about coming into streaming, like if what you want is to do those highlights and things like that, I don't think Twitch is the platform for you. I think TikTok really, really, and you can make hella money off of TikTok. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be a streamer, you shouldn't be a content creator, but I think you should pick an avenue that is going to pay off for you better than Twitch will in the long run.
And honestly, I get what you're saying about that, Kirsty, because I had a friend who had started streaming and he asked me for tips on it. And I told him, I said, one of the things that's huge is interacting with your chat. I mean, even if you have only one person or 2 people, or you have no one for that matter, talk to the chat like there's people there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you talk to the chat and people are watching it later, let's say, oh, well, I missed this person's stream, let me catch it now. They're going to see that you're trying to interact, even if no one's talking to you. You're still talking 100%. To the camera, which effectively means you're talking to those people that are watching it now. So you have to be interactive. And on that point as well, like when I started streaming, like I was saying, my community has always been game is secondary. We're here for social first. I've always focused on my community because the people that I looked up to when I was watching streams did that. I don't know if any of you guys know or remember, but there was a guy who used to do a whole bunch of Minecraft streams, and he actually put together a lot of the mod packs. It was Bacon Donut. And I watched a lot of his streams, and I loved how he was with his channel, and I loved how he interacted with all of us. And if he hadn't seen somebody, he's like, oh, hey, what's up? I ain't seen you in forever. Hey, welcome back to the chat, And he took time out of what he was doing, whether he was building a mod pack, whether he was, getting attacked by skeletons, whatever. He took time to sit here and actually interact with them and say, hey, how's so-and-so? How's your family? Because like the last time they had come in, they had said, they're having issues going on in the household or whatever. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, how's it been? How's it been going?
Yeah.
We'll come and have a good time. We'll hang out and we'll have a good time. He was a family-friendly streamer too. So like a lot of people would watch his streams like, with their kids and stuff. So he tried to be family-friendly with that as well. But I mean, he really, when I would watch his streams, it really made you feel like you were part of his community.
Yeah.
And he
absolutely.
had thousands and thousands of followers. And I mean, but he was, as much as he could be, he would interact with those people the most to, get them and make them feel part of the community. And when you came into this community, whether you were a first-time viewer or that you've been there a million times, he was so happy to see you and so glad to just talk with you. And he'd be like, you just be building shit. And he'd be like, oh, yeah, so, how'd that trip, go get this, that, and the other do? How'd that work, Oh, yeah, me and the girl have been da-da-da-da. He'd just talk to you. And that's what really kind of struck me as a viewer. And I was like, if I become a streamer, that's the type of streamer I want to be. Is that person that no matter how big I get, I'm always going to be interacting in my chat. I'm always going to be talking with people, and I'm always going to let them know that they are still special to me because they're my viewers. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do, what I'm doing,
Yeah.
I mean, and that's how I've always been. Ted's asking if your Twitch channel has an animated picture of yourself.
Yeah, that's me.
That's her. Yep. Daddy Senpai goes, I play Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise when I get tilted.
Vanilla.
Viva Pinata. I'm gonna have to look that up.
But yeah, so I mean, and so I get you. So yeah, 100% what you're talking about with the interaction with the channel is very, very big. We got a redemption from Reese for a hydrate, by the way.
Oh,
Reese. We have to talk.
Yes, there is a cooldown now, Ted, because we did it for the drinking episode, and we did not change it. Sorry, Ted.
Ted's like, oh,
you messed
shit.
with the hydrate. I know. I'm sorry, buddy.
Duck in hell. That's what he was
Duck
saying.
in hell.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah. Sick on that as well. So, but yeah, that was all the questions.
Excuse me.
The 8 questions.
Amazing.
See, you didn't need to worry about it at all during the.
I was waiting for the one about my SIN number, but it never came. I'm surprised.
That will be later. Wink, wink.
Oh, okay.
That'll be later. Wink, wink.
I'll tell you in Morse code right now.
Oh, yes. Yes, get it. But yeah, thank you so much for the interview, the questions. Answering the questions itself. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit of a side note for the GTRP.
It's not a side note. It is its own segment. Thank you very much.
It's a side note.
It is its own segment.
Kirsty, I'm so sorry about this, but this is an actual side note itself. But yeah,
Reese, buddy, what the hell?
Thanks, Reese. Just for that, I'll do a hydrate in your name on that sunshine.
Thirsty, I like it.
Head's like, give your sin in binary.
Yeah. 011010111111101.
What are you adding, Daddy Senpai?
Damn. But yeah, mad scenes to be fair. So I'll let Trans to do a little bit of her side of the GTRP. It's not going to be as massive as what happened last week, but it should be a short notice as well.
Yeah, so and Vanilla had said Trans's GTA streams are the only ones I like. Checked out other GTA RP streams and people don't talk to chat at all. Oh, thank you so much. So much love. Thank you so much, Vanilla.
I'm just going to go run and pee. Is that okay?
Yeah, carry on.
This is your fault.
Go for it, girl. Go for it.
We'll let Kirsty come back, but we got to do the hydrate when she comes back as well.
We will do another hydrate. Yes. Oh, really, Daddy Senpai? Oh my god. Okay. So first off, what Daddy Senpai is talking about, I may have gotten the last name mistake. Yes. What Day Senpai is talking about is Xander has been trying to change his name. It was Demeteri, and he was trying to change it to King. And so Olivia kept referring to him as Mr. King because he had gone through all the process to get his name changed. So apparently he is now Xander King. So there we go. That's amazing, Day Senpai. All the love, man. It's awesome. So now when Olivia and Xander finally get married, she will be officially Mrs. Olivia King, which is going to be awesome. We've been doing a lot of planning. Olivia and Xander have been doing a lot of planning this week. They had some things that happened in the city that got, that changed like the clothing outfits and stuff like that. And really, you're gonna have to tell him about that later, Day Senpai. Xander hasn't sent Olivia an email today, by the way. That's the big thing. So he hasn't sent an email to Olivia, which I'm waiting on. He has not done yet. And now that is your cue to send an email to Olivia. They send the emails to each other every night, more often than not. Of course, last night didn't happen so much, but but yes, this week we had to make some changes to the wedding plans. Had to change the color scheme is now forest green and silver instead of blue and silver. And we had to change some outfits, so we're waiting on getting some word back from the bridesmaids on what outfit they like, because Olivia's picked some outfits for them to choose. Aside from that, not much has been happening. I will say that Aliana is back in city officially as of this week. She's talked to Xander a couple times. Found out that Xander's fiance was Olivia, her cousin. And so they've talked a little bit, and Allie seems to be cool with Xander. Still not so hot with her cousin. GTA RP wedding stream, maybe Reese. We'll see. I'm going to try and see if I can work it out. It's going to be late on a Sunday night, so we'll see if I can do it. And if I can't do it, then we'll see if somebody can get it recorded so that I can share it with you guys for sure. But yeah, so we had to make some changes to that. If you can't, I can. Absolutely. Sounds good, Day Senpai. But yeah, so that's a big thing. On top of that as well, more conversations have been had between Olivia and Xander about Olivia's mother. So Olivia's mother may or may not be making an appearance in the city soon. For those of you who, I don't think I streamed it, but for those of you who remembered Olivia in the previous city, her mother came looking for her. Yeah. So never found her, but did come looking for her. Excuse me. And so yeah, that may or may not be something that happens in the near future. Xander's father had been in the city for a little bit. So Olivia got to meet Xander's father and promptly laid his ass out. And but that was like a couple weeks ago. I don't think we didn't mention that, but he did come in. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. But yeah, they've just been working on the shop. Xander's trying to get himself owning a whole bunch of businesses in the city up in the area that they live in. They're working towards their next big house. And have just been, they both bought supercars this week. So that was really good. So they now have 2 awesome supercars and a lot of money. But it's been kind of chill this week. So not much has been happening except for having to change a few of the wedding plans. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. So we're seeing how things go. The hydrate cooldown ended. Totally didn't redeem another hydrate. Yes, you did, Reese. Here we go. Another hydrate, guys.
It's not just one. TM 5789, while you was away, Kirsty, just as you left, he did the hydrate.
So that one was for Reese. I'll do this one for TM.
Reese, and then now TM.
Nice.
So, but have you done much on? I forgot to ask. Have you done much on or have you tried GTA RP, Kirsty, before?
It's a blast, Kirsty.
I've never done the RP. No, I've only played GTA maybe twice, and I live tweeted it once because I'm so trash at it. Like I wasn't used to like the movement and stuff. So the guy's like yelling like "keep the car on the road," and I'm like, "I'm trying." Like, what do you mean?
No, GTA RP is so much fun. I mean, we have people that come into the city that play it like GTA Online, but it's not GTA Online.
Right.
It really is a matter of it really is a matter of getting into character and really having fun with that. And so if you want to see some of it, I have some on my channel too. And I move it over to my YouTube as well. So I mean, if you want to watch it sometimes, if you want to check it out and see if you'd be interested in it, you have to have regular GTA, downloaded, obviously.
Yeah.
GTA 5, but you get the 5M mod, which is like nothing. Super quick download, and it's all modded, and you find a city that you like. The city that I play in is usually listed on the show that when I do my streams is usually listed on there, which I haven't done. I haven't done many GTA RP streams lately. The last few weeks I haven't been streaming on Mondays, which is normally my other day, but because it's been busy. But I really love it because I'm a role player at heart, always have been. And so I usually get to get in my character, and whenever I make a decision, it's in my character's interest, not my own. There are times I'm like, what would I do? What would Olivia do? But it really is a matter of, it's a matter of really getting in there, and there's so much you can do in the different cities too, which is awesome.
Amazing. Yeah. I think it's so neat. I didn't even know that there was like things like roleplay servers until recently. Like I had no idea. One of my friends plays
awesome.
he plays DayZ in a roleplay server, and he's like a Russian arms dealer or something, and he's Australian, but he does this amazing Russian accent. And like they fully went through like a police hostage situation and stuff. I'm like, that is so neat. Like there's so many amazing things you can do with video games. I literally had no idea.
It's a blast. It really is. We got a lot of people talking in here. Ted gave me 5 more bits, which thank you so much, Ted. You're amazing. Vanilla said, hope Daddy's supercar comes with 10 seat belts and a personal driver. No, and he said it's electric and doesn't run out of gas or juice, which is amazing because the car is like quiet. So when Xander and Olivia are in the car, they can actually have conversations and not have to be fighting over the roar of their cars.
Right. You like Sim ASMR?
Like that's a thing from a previous show, actually. Sim ASMR, Simlish ASMR, which is funny because it's so weird. Like you should totally look it up at least once. Just watch it.
Do I need to go into incognito mode to look this up?
Oh, it's nothing bad. It's just it's
don't
just
worry.
Crazy.
Yeah, don't panic or anything. It's not like NSFW, whatever you call it.
Daddy Senpai goes, you know what it doesn't do? Work well against multiple cop cars with the police shooting at you. Wow, Daddy Senpai, really? Really? Nerd who role plays, that's like playing D&D. Shut up, Daddy Senpai. RP life till I die, Kelkos.
Vanilla. Unbelievable. I am not answering that question.
Reese goes, what's the point in having a car that can't work well against multiple cop cars with cops shooting at you? It's just wild, Ted's gaming. That's all I'm saying. It's not bad. It's just weird. It's just wild and different. That's all. Only if Mel can be cuffed. Oh my god.
Senpai, there's my answer. Sorry, I've got a scratch on my face itself, but there's my answer.
Excuse me, guys.
Bad Mal will agree. It's bad. Malcolm will agree with me. Oh,
it's just unique. That's all.
Yeah.
It's very weird, but it's a unique experience. That's all we'll say.
All right.
Hey, fuzzy and pink. I'm all about it.
How about duck off? That's the right word to say.
Duck off. I like it. So all about it, dude. So all about it.
You do know this is going to be called the Duck Off stream, or
I'm down
Duck
about
in
it.
Hell stream.
Oh, Day Senpai.
Oh wow!
Damn, just coming out with it.
Wow. Well, that escalated quickly. To be fair.
Well, you know Vanilla's all about it.
Oh god, yeah.
They're cracking up.
Absolutely. Have you got any more from GTRP side of things?
No, it's actually been a very tame week. It's not been much going on. A couple things have changed in the city. We're working on figuring out where all the changes are, so that's a big thing. But yeah, that's about all. That's all there is really to it right now. It's kind of on the low to this week. So I mean, now a week from tomorrow is when the actual wedding happens. So there's that going on.
Yeah.
Vanilla. Make sure I'm not hitting my vape next time. Nice. I love it. Guys, I love you
Wow.
guys. Y'all are amazing.
They are amazing, but
So much love.
fucking hell, this is unbelievable.
Stuck in hell.
What's that? So, we have done segment 1, which is the PC console notes. We've done segment 2, which is the main discussion. We've done the interview with the questions to the legendary Kirsty, Kryptonite. We've done the latest bits of the GTA RP side of things, and we're on to our final segment of the evening of the podcast itself, and it's called Ask Us Anything. So the guys who have been in the chat for a very long time, they know what to expect. So for the guys who are new, you can ask either me, Trance, the hostess with the mostest, or the legendary Kirsty as well. Or if it's a question to all three of us, make sure you let us know who you're asking the question to, whether it's directly to me, to Trance, or to Kirsty. If it's a question for all three, if there's no name, you just said question and then no name, that means we're going to be answering it for all three of us.
We'll assume it's for all of us.
Yeah, we
unless you
assume.
tell us otherwise.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do is what you see on the screen is going to be the questions if it does pop up on the side. Sorry, pardon me.
Restarting us out. Restarting it out.
So to the guys who do not know what's happening, at the very start of the podcast of season 2, we've been trying to debate whether there need to be essays going or the Final Fantasy debate, which I'm going to ask in a minute to Trance. So the question is where's my essays? They're nowhere, mate. So tough shit on that, to be fair.
I love it.
So yeah,
and I will again maintain what I've been saying all season. I've been playing more GTRP. I have not touched Final Fantasy 14, so it still remains GTRP on top at the moment.
so you would agree with that then, Trance?
For now.
No. You agreed it completely now, because this
not
is going to stop.
I'm saying it's still at the moment. It's GTRP on top.
You've got to sort this out, because we're not doing.
I'm not sorting this out, Malk. We've gone through this all season. I'm not doing it.
Mad scenes. To be
completely, Day Senpai, 100%. How do you not have GTRP on top when I'm around? Exactly. Olivia's all about Xander. Come on.
Absolutely.
Does this mean Malk's cop moniker is No Mercy Percy? I'm totally for it, Dad. I'm totally for it, Vanilla. Totally.
Absolutely. I am not commenting that after. So, Reese, question for you, Kirsty, for the first time in this podcast. Have you enjoyed being on the podcast?
Yeah, I have. It's been interesting to talk about, some of the things going on in the wider world, and it's been nice, getting to know you guys better. It's always nice to meet like-minded people, and I look forward to seeing you guys some more, honestly.
And
totally.
you probably think we're nutters after all this podcast.
No.
We always make a comment saying people somebody says something about being scripted, and we're like, this show is so far from scripted.
Yeah.
No, you don't even know. We just go in it. We just go for it.
Absolutely. So, Kirsty again. So this is going to be quite interesting.
Nah.
It's up to you if you want to answer this question. If not, What is that?
It's the awkward turtle.
Oh,
I love it.
I've never seen
it's
that
amazing.
before, to be fair.
So awesome. Same.
I hope somebody else knows it.
No, because I was just thinking, is Kirsty alright? She was doing like the hand signals. I'm gonna ask before it gets on that one, to be fair. But yeah, do you want to answer that, or should not? No question, no answer on that. No answer. Okay.
No, both. You're both my favorite. Yeah.
Nice. Absolutely. That's a good answer. Vanilla, duck off. I'm not even answering that question. So duck off with that.
Daya Senpai says he remembers he was a 90s kid once.
Yes. Yeah. There we go. I knew I liked you.
Yeah. Absolutely. but yeah, I was going to say to you, Chris, like, what would be your top 5 games that you've ever played from your career, like from your career, from your life?
Gaming career. There you go.
You know what I mean, gaming career. What would be your top 5? Not in any particular order. I'm not going to push you into that barrier itself,
Yeah.
but it's more like what's been your top 5 overall that you've played in your gaming career.
Everyone's gonna judge me because I feel like I have like the equivalent of like junk food for video games. So it's like all I've played.
It's
But
whatever happens, we're not debating at all. This is your moment. This is why I'm just asking the question now on that one.
I would say, well, Detroit Become Human has been absolutely incredible and blown my mind. I also really like, obviously, Call of Duty. What else? DBD, of course. Apex. And then The Witcher 3, of course, has to be up there
Witcher
too.
3 is pretty awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Okay.
I haven't played it, but I've seen parts of it, so yeah, I know it's pretty awesome. So
Yeah.
100%.
Would you guys ever play horror games in general?
Totally.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of the horror games that I've played. Have you guys played Visage?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. If you want to absolutely like have to change your diapers every 5 minutes and cry, like Visage is that girl. It's so scary.
Kel sent us another hydrate in the chat, so we got that going.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Got almost nothing left. I have to go back upstairs.
I had to get up and get a drink, so it's fine. It's okay. I'm normally more prepared than this.
Next one is well, from before I go back to the chat itself. Has there been a game where you were expected to become the greatest and you find out it was ducking shit in that sense?
Wait, what was the question?
So basically, if you was hyped up to a game that you liked, but once you played it, you thought, it's fucking shit, it's crap. Do you know what I mean? Or you wasn't expected that hype that you wanted. To be fair,
yeah, like most of the recent CODs, Vanguard, what was it, Black Ops? I don't even remember. The way that COD has gone, and I don't necessarily even mean the content of the games, but the overall unplayability of them has made me just like change. Like I was like a diehard COD girl. It's all I played. It's all I liked. To be fair, it was all that I had tried, but I will not buy the next one. It's totally gone to shit and back. And like I say, like it's not the content of the games, although it's meh. It's really vanilla. Or I shouldn't say vanilla in this chat. Oh my God. Vanilla cream pie. No. I don't know where this is coming from. But no, like somebody who was willing to throw money at a company, I will not buy any more of them until they for sure work well, because I don't have a lot of money, and the amount of money that I've spent on games where I couldn't even get in the lobby with my friends, I couldn't hear my friends talking, I lag out, I get dashboarded, all that stuff, when it's just like I just want to play a game. I mean, you guys you don't come up with new types of games. It's the same TDM search, over and over again. How can you not just put out a game that works? Like that's just with billions.
It's the same formula. How have you not figured it out yet?
With so much money. Like we have this joke, and we always say, "Small indie company, please understand," because like they're not.
Can you say these famous words? Sort your shit out. Please say
sort your shit out.
Sort your shit out. Honestly.
Yes, we finally got it. Yeah, absolutely. TM has just done another hydrate. Sorry.
Got it. We had a hydrate earlier too that he was letting me know about.
Poor Kirsty. She's got
Daddy
no
earlier goes, somebody goes, everybody likes Daddy. He said everyone likes Daddy. Well, like everyone except Daddy issues, and then need a Daddy tissue. That was all about it.
And vanilla. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say about the duck off moment, but I know what you're trying to incorporate there.
Ted goes, "Don't worry, Poppy, I like you."
Reese said a question to me and to Trance. Who's been your favourite guest so far?
Oh, that's a tough one. We've had a lot of really amazing guests this season. It's been great. I mean, we had like a lot of guests. I mean, we had a few.
I think we found our answer for now. Wink, wink.
Take that, Daddy Senpai. Take that.
Right. Can anyone just clip that?
Clip that, please. 100%.
Just clip it.
That's going on our reels.
Yeah. You know what? I don't care. I'm just going to put the clip now because
now.
I'm putting clip now. So in case
Ted dropped some more bits on my channel. Thank you so much for that bits. Oh my god, dude, you're amazing.
Absolutely. So vanilla. Yeah. So yeah, we'll feel bad for we'll feel bad for the Daddy Senpai, but tough on that
Daddy
one.
Senpai, we're still awesome, dude. I still love you, man. I still love you.
But Kirsty just topped it off tonight. To be fair, absolutely topped it off. Otherwise, she would kill us and not come back onto the podcast. So I would need to know the answer.
I see no lies.
Yeah, absolutely. Vanilla has said to all of us, favorite summertime snack. Ooh, that's a good one.
Watermelon. I'm not even gonna. No hesitation. Watermelon. No questions.
I am gonna ask you that question.
Melons.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I wish I liked them, but I just don't. I don't like melons. I don't know what it is about them.
What's gonna happen now, Trans? What's gonna happen now with this watermelon?
Okay.
I wish that I liked it. Like I genuinely, my life would be easier if I liked watermelon. There's just something about it, and I don't even know what part of it is.
I am completely okay to agree to disagree. I'm okay with this. It's okay. It's fine.
I would have to say like gelato.
Nice.
Summertime snack.
Yeah.
I just eat chocolate as a snack.
In the summer?
Not in the summer, but like I don't know. It's just hard because there's loads. So
ice lollies, maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. Or Haagen-Dazs ice cream all the time.
All the time now.
All
Always
the time.
Haagen-Dazs. Always.
Vanilla, not vanilla in this chat. Vanilla flavored Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Vanilla cream pie?
Oh. No, absolutely.
Reese hit us with another hydrate in my channel over here, guys.
I think that was the question that was going to say. Want to do another hydrate? Yes or yes? You meant to say hell yes. There you go. Hell yes.
Yes or hell yes. It's always yes or hell yes. Remember this, Reese.
That was from the Day Senpai.
That was Day Senpai, yeah.
Ted's going says Connors went to shit and back. Bring back the OG COD. Yeah, absolutely. COD is fucking around or ducking around. No, they're finding out. Lol. Yeah, absolutely. GG's from the TM. Absolutely. Thanks for all there, Kirsty. That was from Reese there. Clip stuff I did. Ted's game says, me and Kirsty are your favourites. I don't know who. Don't ask them type of snacks. That's what Ted Gaming said. I don't know why.
Because of what Vanilla said afterwards.
Yeah.
That's why.
Absolutely. I'm not going to repeat what Vanilla said on that one. Next one is Reese said, want to do another hydrate? Yes or hell yes?
There we go. That's how it is, buddy.
All right. We'll do another one now for you, just in case you do.
Even though you can't hit the buttons, we can give you another hydrate.
I got nothing left. Buddy. I just got ice.
It's not prepared.
Poor Kirsty.
I can't say much. I wasn't either.
Yeah, poor Kirsty.
I know better.
Absolutely.
See my pants.
Oh, let's just keep going. Fair play on that.
Totally. 100%.
Absolutely. So this is how to get free hydrates. Just make all their options yes. That's just twice now. You don't want to do a third one to do a strikeout. as well.
Oh,
That's the tease.
exploits. We're gonna call exploit on that one, Reese. 100%, bro. We still love you, man. We still love you.
Which in GTA
Oh, poor Reese is crying. What's up?
in GTA RP Trance, your
Uh-huh.
favorite game over Final Fantasy 14 at this
Okay.
current moment in time.
At this current moment in time, yes, 100%.
Would you ever be a different character?
I
than
have
what you
different
know?
characters. I
No,
have
no.
Olivia, I have Allie, and I have a plan to do, well, Olivia's mother, may or maybe not. RP to
Okay.
find out.
No, I mean, like, would you have ever done anything different from the start to what
From
your
the
characters are
start,
now? Yeah, yeah. Would you ever do anything different from the start itself?
I never had an interest in playing because everybody in the city keeps trying to get me to do an PD character, and I've never had an interest to do PD ever. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Allie was like my deep crim character, and like I never had an interest to do like PD. Everybody's keeps saying you need to do a PD character because like so many of us have PD characters that we play, but I'm just like no, I don't want to do it because I mean that first off they get so much shit. Secondly, some of the shit is earned. Third, I don't want to be in the middle of the shit. Okay.
Yeah.
And like, fourth, I just had no interest in playing a upstanding, keeping the law type character, even though there are corrupt cops in the city now. So
Mad scenes, to be fair. Absolutely mad. Because I like to hear, would you have done something different from the
yeah.
start had you not been that character that you had? Well, characters.
Well,
that you
originally
currently had.
Olivia wasn't supposed to get into the life that she got into, but she did because that was how the RP played out. So, but yeah, so now I'm like kind of like either it's gonna either be Civvy or just another, chill character or whatever. But I mean Olivia's kind of my Civvy character, but it's one of those things.
Oh, wrong question. Yeah, I know what you mean. But we have to wait and see. I mean, for me, I haven't done much on the RP side of things. So I need to get back into it when I get a chance. But with everything going on in town, the last few weeks, it's just slowly coming back to normal now. So we have to wait and see how everything
Ted
goes.
hit us with another hydrate.
Right. So we've got another hydrate going. So trying to kill us all on the podcast. Last one. Sorry. And TM.
You're
says
good,
last
TM.
one.
Don't worry about it. It's all good, buddy. It's fine. It's fine. We're good.
It's not all good. Stop it.
I think Kirsty's gonna have a
She
word.
said it wasn't all good. I don't care. It's fine by me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Kirsty, you've got a question. It says, if given the choice to return to the podcast, would you? And why?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I really would. I really think that this is a really neat opportunity. Thank you guys so much for having me. I've really enjoyed myself. It's fun to just sit and chat and like I said earlier, like talk with like-minded people. It's like really refreshing because I think sometimes it gets exhausting talking to people who are just constantly talking about numbers and support and whatever else, and just being able to talk about what's going on in the world, what's going on in the wider gaming community and not specifically just to one person. It's been really fun. I've really enjoyed myself.
Absolutely. Oh, TM says you're awesome. You all awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Absolutely. Just trying to see what else. The next one was from Vanilla, actually. And he put for everyone a favorite non-alcoholic drink, beverage.
First off, I have two, and I go between the two of them. Either Sex on the Beach or vodka and cream. Those are the two that I usually go by.
Non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic.
Oh, non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
That's an alcoholic. That's where my mind is apparently. All right.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess I would say I really like I drink a lot of sodas, but I shouldn't. I really like juices actually. Believe it or not. And juice-based drinks.
So no pressure then to find out what drink that you would like. Favorite.
If it's in a juice category, I'm probably gonna like it, most likely.
Oh. How about you, Kirsty? What's your favorite non-alcoholic? Not the alcoholic part, but non-alcoholic drink.
Hey, we covered both bases. We're good.
I think like Nestea iced tea or lemonade.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
For me, proper milkshakes or
Oh, that's a good call.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I know, but
You
it's
don't
just
think
health.
how wide the spectrum of non-alcoholic is until somebody's like, "Oh, I like milkshakes," and you're like, "Damn, that
Oh
sounds
yeah,
good."
yeah. Like,
That
damn,
counts.
can I go back?
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to go back? I did not hear what you just said about the answer. Do you want to come
Salted
back?
caramel milkshake
Oh,
Ooh.
from Five
Nice.
Guys. So good.
oh my damn! Right. So we need, the milkshake. Have you ever tried the vanilla milkshake? Not this vanilla. I need to stop referring to him on the chat. But vanilla milkshake, the proper ones in the Five Guys, they were amazing. To be fair, have you ever tried them with cream as well? Yeah,
No,
that's good.
that's so.
So in the UK, they've got like the Five Guys, and
Mhm.
they have the vanilla milkshake. They have the strawberry milkshake, or like the salted
Yeah.
caramel, and you could add whipped cream at the top. So it's just like insane stuff. To
Oof.
be fair,
I get
but
whipped cream on all my milkshakes. Like, no lie. 100%.
really,
Yeah.
no,
No.
no,
No,
no, no. Okay,
I get whipped cream on all my milkshakes. I love it. It's great. They're great.
yeah, absolutely. So, Trans, question: would you like to remove the hydrate cooldown and reduce the price of the hydrate redeem? Yes or hell yes?
Plead the fifth. Moving on.
Straight to the point, no bullshit answers with that, and we got that perfectly. Reese has sent all of us some hugs itself, so
Hugs for
absolutely.
everybody. In my channel, you can
Hugs.
give hugs out in the channel, in the chat. So hugs to everybody. Thank you so much for those hugs, Reese. Hugs to you.
Absolutely.
You're here.
It was
Wait,
just
you're
like,
here.
Hey! It works.
I'll just try to do that. That's how I do it. But I just love Kirsty when it's just like, it's like awkward hug.
It's
It's just
like-
like,
Along with the awkward turtle. 100%.
yeah, yeah, the
I
awkward
love
turtle.
that. That's amazing. It's so great.
You do. I don't know where to
It's
put that.
great when two people are arguing and you just look at somebody who's not arguing, and you're just like, and they do it back. You're like,
Yeah, and you're thinking, shit.
We're on the same level here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Question to everyone, I believe, from Ted's what is your favorite alcoholic drink? So
I already answered mine.
you've already said yours like twice. Sex on the beach drink.
Or vodka and cran. I go between the two.
Okay, so which one out of the two?
those are good calls.
Out of the two,
Yeah.
if I'm in the mood for a more complete, like, fruity cocktail flavor, I'll do Sex on the Beach. If I'm in the mood for more, little bit of hint of, the slightly sour of cranberry, I'll do vodka and cran.
Okay, so what
It
do you
depends
feel
on what I'm in
minute?
the mood for. At the moment,
Okay.
I could probably go for a vodka and cran.
Okay. Sorted. Kirsty,
Yeah.
how about you?
My favorite alcoholic drink is an Aperol spritz.
Ooh.
You had that?
Ooh.
It's
No.
Aperol, which is like a bitter, sort of citrusy liqueur, and then Prosecco and soda water. And it's like bright orange, and it's like a European thing. So like when you're in Italy, like everyone's drinking them on the street, and you know what it is because it's literally like highlighter orange.
Yeah.
But they're
Nice.
super nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
For
Nice.
me, I love Southern Comfort and lemonade. That's my favorite drink of all time. Or Jack Daniels and Coke.
Mhm.
I don't mind the beer and stuff, but if I have to choose, and I'm feeling peckish since I
You
forced
need to
trans.
choose now. Make a decision, Milk.
Anywho, the answer.
Completely avoided the answer. Oh my god. Reese gave us
Sorry.
another hydrate in my channel, guys.
So to answer the question before trans really does kill me on the spot, it's the Southern Comfort lemonade. If I would go for anyway, to be fair.
There.
I had a favorite beverage, but he moved to. I know, fair play vanilla, fair play vanilla.
I love vanilla. So great.
Trans question for you says, why not? There will be no harm. I think that
This
might
is
be
in relation to the question about the hydrates.
I think
Why
so.
not?
Yeah.
Because I set them for a reason. Thank you very much, Reese.
And then
because when I do get a drinking stream again, you guys are going to put me in alcohol poisoning. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
but Vanilla was trying to say bring all the milkshake to the yard with all the guys itself. And then Reese was trying to say, there's better than yours. Reese. Mum. Reese has said another question. Have you ever wanted to kill... Okay. Chance.
Is that... have I ever wanted... What are you talking about, Reese? Who was this directed at? Because it sounds almost like you're directing a question at me.
Is that to me?
Is that too retro?
I think he meant Trance. Have you ever wanted to kill Retro? And if so, why? I think that's the end.
I have not. Because
thank God for that. Yeah.
He drives me crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes he drives me crazy, but no, we're cool. We're cool.
Cool as calm as collective.
Cool as a watermelon. There you go.
Cool as a watermelon. Yeah, absolutely. I did not know your brain does not work after 11 p.m. Reese. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, it's just mad to be fair. So, I'm trying to think of some questions.
Okay, I have to say this. I wasn't gonna say it when you mentioned Southern Comfort because I wasn't gonna go down this road, this very, very dark path. Now that it's been said twice, I feel like it's a sign. So the last time I had Southern Comfort, I lived in Scotland. I lived in Scotland for a semester of university on exchange.
Oh, okay.
I never had Southern Comfort before. I've had it once and I will never have it again. And I think maybe I had a little too much. And then we went to the club on campus of the university because I lived on campus as an exchange student.
Yeah.
And I almost didn't get let in, which has literally never happened to me before. I'm like, unless I'm like blackout, like almost like vomiting drunk, you can't usually tell that I'm drunk or how drunk I am. So someone got pissed drunk. Someone got vomit drunk, but let me get there. So I'm standing talking to this Scottish bouncer and he's like, no, she can't come in. And I'm like, excuse me? I was like, I'm fine. I was like, you will let me in this establishment right now. And somehow talked myself into getting in, hammered drunk. I don't remember what I said. Anyways, so but it was quite a to-do. I talked myself in. And we're like sitting around. We're sitting around like, so the club on campus had like a club, like a full-on club downstairs, and then it had like a games room, and then it had like more of like a chill room where there might be like karaoke or like other sort of more community things like that. And then there was like a whatever cafe at the top. We're sitting around in like the chill room. Everyone's chatting. And I could feel myself going like this. Like I was not okay. Mm-hmm. I was just like sitting there and I was like, you know what? I'm a smart woman. I'm going to take myself home. So I leave. I've lasted all of about 10 minutes after basically begging to get in. And I just walk out as soon as I can past the bouncers. I'm like, yeah, just going for a smoke. I'll definitely be right back. And I just walk down the path. And it's like maybe like a total of like 150 meters back to my room, right? And I get back up into my room and they had these like your flat, you had your own room and your own bathroom. Yeah. And then there was like a room next to you. So there was 6. And then there was like a shared kitchen sort of living area, right? So I was inside in my room. Luckily, door was closed. I don't think it was locked. And I proceed to start vomiting. And like, yeah, I've puked from being drunk a few times, but like this is different. Like this is like I'm waking up passed out on the floor with no recollection of how I got there, managing to crawl to the toilet, you know, very, very drunk. And this went on for a couple of hours. So my mom's a nurse. And I was an exchange student. No one knows me. No one gives a shit about me. Like I had some friends who I'd been out drinking friggin' Southern Comfort with, but like they didn't know to check up on me, right? They don't know me like that. So I'm like texting my mom and I'm like, Mom, like, what if I die? Like, I was like, I'm really drunk. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I was like, you know, like, what do I do? Like, I keep waking up passed out on the floor. Like I have no control over my consciousness. I'm sure it wasn't that well written. I should go back and look at those messages one day because it'd be so funny. But my mom's a nurse, right? And she's like, you're going to be fine. Meanwhile, she's looking at all the people I've added as friends on Facebook, trying to message them like, can somebody please go check on my daughter?
Oh
And I'm like, Mom, I think I have to call the ambulance. Like, in my mind, I don't know if I had talked about ambulances that day. I'm like, I need an ambulance. Like, this is the time I ride in an ambulance. Like, I'm gonna die on the floor tonight. And so I remember because I just had to pull the last shreds of logic and reasoning and sobriety in me together to call this ambulance. And I'm like I need to go to the hospital, whatever. Like, I can remember talking to them, and not only was I so drunk, but I also have an accent too for like a Scottish first responder who's like, or whatever, and they couldn't understand, and they never came. And I'm so glad that they didn't. But and I mean, who knows? Like, maybe they could have traced it and like been outside, but how would they ever find me in these stacks of, dense housing? They never would have found me. So luckily I didn't need them, but also thank God, because that would have been so embarrassing. I just and to this day, I've never touched Southern Comfort again. I puked all the way till 9 p.m. the next night. I had to miss class the next day. It was horrendous. I was messed up.
Ooh.
So Southern Comfort, not my thing.
Okay.
Decidedly not my thing.
Fair enough. That's completely
100%.
fine. I have to remember not to buy you any Southern Comfort bottles the next time. It's
I have some horror stories too about drinks too. I'm surprised I touched some of the ones that I still do, but I mean, I have some. Like, I get it. I get where it's coming from. I 100% get it. Don't worry.
Well, since Kirsty mentioned about the bad times with the drinking side, what's about yours, Chance? What's your?
Oh, you want to hear one of my horror stories?
Not the one that I know of. That I personally
no, that was
not.
different.
That was good.
No, so I've had a couple experiences where I used to be like really wild, guys, like wild. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was always out drinking. I was always out partying with my friends, going to this club or that club or whatever every weekend. It was crazy. Sometimes during the week too, it didn't matter. But yeah, so one of the first ones that comes to my mind, and I am so thankful that I had friends there that were watching out for me, because this could have gone really, really bad. We went out, I was in Florida, and we went out for a New Year's, okay? And I had just gotten a bottle of Hypnotic, because I always got one every year for Christmas, because my stepbrother always buys it for me. It's his gift to me, and I get the little packaging with the pretty little cups. So I've got like 3-4 sets of cups around here somewhere. And I just gotten a bottle of Hypnotic, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna slam this down. So I was got my friends for New Year's Eve. We're gonna have a good time. We got through work. We worked till early in the morning. We were like, yeah, we're gonna go have a party, whatever, I think we closed early that night, so we could go out. And I was with about 3 or 4 other girls. I remember us going to the club. I remember getting lots of drinks while at the club. All right, night. See you later. Bye, Ted. All the love to you, buddy. Thank you so much.
Bye.
So, and after that, it goes dark. That's it. And my friends told me that I was so wasted. They had to keep watching me, because I'd go out on the dance floor and just start dancing, and like some guy would come up on me and just start dancing with me, and they'd be like, no, she's got a man, and like literally trying to pull me away. And they came to the point where at the end of the night, I said something about where's the after party. I kind of vaguely remember saying where's the after party when we left the club. And my friends are like, no, we're gonna go to the after party. Don't worry, we're gonna get there. And I kind of remember them saying it to me as like in and out. And then the one thing I do remember though is that they brought me home, okay, and my then boyfriend was there, and literally my friend pushes me in the door and she goes, "She's your problem now," and leaves. Is what I was told later. Is what they told him. And he's kind of sitting there staring at me. I'm like, baby. I don't know why that sticks in my head, but I gave him this massive hug, about fell over. He's like, okay, let's get you to bed. How much did you have a drink? I'm like, I had so much fun. Oh my God, it was so great. And he's like, okay, let's get you to bed. But these guys keep coming up to me. I'm surprised that I don't remember any of them at all. Because like I should have remembered at least something of that. But literally after about the 3rd or 4th drink, after I'd already slammed the bottle of Hypnotic before we got there, 3rd or 4th drink at the club, Nothing. I got nothing. The next thing I remember was in the car driving home, asking where the after party was. And I was like, oh shit. I realized later when I woke up and I got over the hangover, I'm like, oh, what did I do? I don't remember anything about last night. Is everything okay? What did I do? And the girls had told me, they said, well, we kept an eye on you. We made sure that nothing happened to you because there were a few times something was about to happen to you. So we had to pull you away from some serious danger. So I was like this close to possibly either getting put in a very bad situation or cheating on my man or a lot of other things that could have possibly come up. And the enormity of that actually didn't hit me until later. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. Crazy.
Nothing. I don't remember anything. Like after my third or fourth sex on the beach drink, I remember nothing. That was it. I was gone.
I would love to party with these two girls.
It would
Absolutely.
be so fun.
Now,
Ted's Gaming goes, he said earlier, he goes, he said, Kirsty, you should try some real moonshine. And Reese, I'm sure there's lots of people that give a shit about you. So you got lots of love from Reese.
Oh, thank you.
Tay Senpai goes problem
Actually, I
child
have
towards
some
me, I
moonshine.
guess. And Vanilla says, I think I'll stick to my SoCo.
it's okay.
And Ted's heading out. Yeah, he dropped some bits before he left. So yay, thank you so much, Ted, for those bits. And Kel goes, yes, I want to party with Trance.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, there's a few stories from my end as well, since you guys mentioned about yours. One was my first proper drinking when I was like in the minimum proper age itself, and I was drinking.
Mount.
Just proper drinking,
Of course, I was of age. Yeah.
Of course. I was drinking Guinness. I was drinking Carling. These were all beers. Well, Guinness was like the Irish drink itself. And,
I know what Guinness is. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just saying it just to reiterate
I know what it is.
Just a little bit. I don't know how many I had. I'm guessing it was about 6 Guinnesses. I had about a couple of Carlings, had a couple of Cokes, proper Coca-Cola drinks, not anything else. And I had loads. And all I remember vaguely on one of them was like, someone, I think it was my brother who just said, shouted to me, "You want to have a drink?" I'm like, it was just like, I was like that for the last 5 minutes. So I was like, yeah. And then I was conked out. When I got back, my mom was not happy with me. So I came back. I was like, "Hey, how you doing? You okay?" And she didn't look happy with me. And I was just like, "I'm going upstairs. I'm okay. I'm fine." And then I just puked on the toilet itself. And that was the first one.
Just get it out, though.
That's true.
100%.
The Guinness kicked in. I said to myself, "I'm not drinking again. Not with that situation."
Till next weekend.
Just leave me alone.
Not again until I do it again.
Yeah. And
I puked up a whole bottle of white Zinfandel once. Didn't even hit the toilet. They did some serious cleaning up that night.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And another
Vanilla.
one. Vanilla. There's a bugger in it. Another one is I went to watch the Italian Formula One, like the racing Grand Prix. So I was with a few of my mates from work, and for the first 2 days, I remember the practice. I remember the qualifying. I think it was. We remember the whole day. That's fine. And then on the race day, somehow my head said, "Let's start drinking milk. Let's do that. Let's start
Good
drinking
plan.
from about 8:30 in the morning." I started drinking, and the race didn't start till like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is in UK time. Well, like Italian time, 2 or 3 p.m. Italian time. This was in Monza, like in Milan.
Okay.
And I was drinking. And somehow I was talking to some random bloke about the race. I do not remember. Oh, this was grandstand seats. These were like the expensive seats. I don't.
Ooh.
I don't remember. I don't remember the whole race on the Sunday. I was drinking. I was just strolling around nowhere, and I'd gone back to the sea. Oh, come on, come on! And I don't know. And there was no one there. There was no cars passing. There was one there. That's what I don't remember that. I
Oh
just went
shit.
over there. And then next minute I knew. The only thing I remember was when I started drinking at 8:30. Remembered that. And then the next thing I knew, the race finished, and we was on the track. And we was carrying some board going around the track. Because when you finish the race, you can go on the track and you go all parts of the track.
Yeah.
Next thing I knew, we was part of this track where it was under the bridge. It was like, because I didn't drink for a while. I was like, and I was getting sobered. I was like, did the race just finish? I was like, what the fuck's happened here?
Oh no.
And I don't
Poor
remember.
Milk.
So I paid. So we paid for. Well, the guys remember because they was pissing themselves laughing afterwards. But I don't remember. I only remember bits of that day, of that Sunday, and then all I remember was I was carrying a board, and it was like, why are we carrying this bloody board? We were just carrying it on our heads, and just like strolling around on the track.
I'm
And
doing
then,
this. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. So there you
and then, and
go.
then, and then afterwards, I was just back to sober. I was like, I was conked out. I was just
Oh,
like,
dude.
and I just don't remember. I really don't remember the race, but I hope I will never do that again. To be fair, but that was insane. To be
Man,
fair.
man.
But yeah, I
Crazy.
want to party with you guys. To be fair, I want to
Let's
see that
do it.
experience. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, Malk can tell you about the day we had the drunk stream and how that
Oh
went.
no, no, Kirsty.
Yeah.
Right, this is. I'm going to say it in the short version. Now, this is where I did not know trans would get easily drunk that quick.
Trans gets drunk really easily.
So
Okay.
Hold it, but it hits quick.
So basically, I said to myself, would it be funny if I put like loads of hydrates? And she said, well, fuck it. I'll just drink. And then
Yep.
she was completely gone. And I thought,
Mhm.
oh shit. And then her boyfriend was really like cheesed off at me, like, no, I'm gonna take care of her now.
Now she's my problem, Malk.
Yeah,
Now you
yeah,
don't have to deal with her anymore. Now I gotta deal with her.
yeah. And after that, I have stopped doing hydrates on her channel. Never
Mm.
will anymore. To be fair, and that's what's happened.
I don't remember much of that. I vaguely remember it, but I don't remember much of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't your problem, so you're fine.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was to start with, but I was like, here you go. There's not my problem anymore.
Good
That'll be it.
luck.
Good luck with that.
Have fun.
Have fun and goodbye on this. Vanilla says, for everyone, sugar frosting on cake or whipped cream frosting?
Okay.
Ooh.
I know what vanilla means by this, but
Oh,
however, I will say buttercream frosting. Always.
it says sugar frosting.
Top.
There's no butter.
Cream cheese frosting would be my choice.
Oh,
Cream cheese is good. It's pretty damn good.
Mm.
But the buttercream is freaking amazing. Like it's so light and fluffy, but
Yeah,
so
that's
sweet.
true.
Oh my god, it's the best.
Mm.
I could just eat a tub of that shit. Seriously, I have. I've put some like buttercream. Is eating it. It's like so good.
Ooh.
It's like eating a container of like Cool Whip.
cool.
Yeah.
Ah, remember
Cool
those days.
Whip.
And it goes
Whip.
cream cheese frosting. All right, yeah.
Absolutely. See, with vanilla, I don't know whether he's trying to tangle the words because I
Oh,
want to
you know
say
he is. You
I
know he
want
is.
to say whipped cream, but I know he'll take it the wrong way. So I'm going to say
We gotta
butter.
hydrate from Anna.
Butter, like butter frosting.
The
sugar.
buttercream frosting. It's so
Yeah.
good. It's the
Yeah.
best. Like once you have buttercream frosting, you don't want to go back to any other frosting ever. So good.
Absolutely.
Unless like a
Absolutely.
specific cake, like that cream cheese frosting is good on like like a red velvet or something. But once you have buttercream on your cakes, it's like this is the best shit ever.
Absolutely. Reese has probably said this to you, Kirsty, loads of times now, but I think you're going to kill him after. Do you want a Southern Comfort? Yes or hell yeah?
You can take my answer. It's fine.
Honestly, I'd be curious to try it again now. Now, I think it's been enough years. It's been like
Face
8 years.
Let's get past it and move forward.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta face it.
Absolutely.
Face your fears, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see. Kel says I want a party with Trance. That's what I want to do with Kirsty as well. My 21st birthday was lit. Absolutely fair play. That is
Nice, senpai.
Vanilla says, I don't drink alcohol at all. I wonder what that would be like. I wonder why.
It's an experience. It's an experience.
Vanilla says he's got a weakness for the Irish, which I'm not going to ask anymore.
You're talking about Guinness. That's what he said that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark was hit with a Obliviate charm.
Completely.
Thanks.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Anna says cream cheese frosting, buttercream for vanilla. Vanilla says whipped cream is for drinks and jello, not pastry.
And strawberries.
And pumpkin pie.
And
yeah.
and anything. And anything. That's
whipped cream is for everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except for drinks and except for pastries. But everything else.
Kirsty, we've been asking you and pestering you about questions. Have you got any questions to us at all?
Yeah.
We'd like to know us more.
Yeah. For season 3, do you guys see yourselves keeping the same format, or will you be evolving?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Yeah, 100%. We made a couple of adjustments. Like at the end of season 1, we asked our viewers in the last episode things that they wanted to see us do. So we incorporated some of those features. You can probably see them on the notes list where I made notes in there. That we've added. We did a free form episode, which was a lot of fun. That was a blast. That was with Daddy Senpai. It was a blast. And we've done a couple other things where we mix up the formats a little bit, or we changed a little bit of something here or there, whatever. We've kind of seen what works for everybody, and if they want to see more of us, we tell them, hey, let us know if you want to see more of this. And hadn't heard anything yet, but definitely it's one of those things that, like, we like to get input from the community, since they're the ones that are here to see the show with us, and we want to do something that they will enjoy and that we'll enjoy. And sometimes it's fun to do something fresh and different and just kind of innovate a little bit. So we like to make adjustments and stuff, especially if the community's like, hey, try this. And we're like, oh yeah, cool. So then we might do that. I've thought at one point about having an episode where, like, instead of like a discussion, we play a game or something. I don't know. It was fun. I talked about us making a bingo card because we have so many memes that come out of this.
Yeah.
Yes, they're so great. And like, I mean, I don't know how I would distribute bingo cards, but I mean,
I think there'll be lots of winners, to be fair.
Yeah, totally.
To be fair. From my perspective, I mean, season 1 was a blast. Whatever happened, season 1 was an experience for both of us, because we did not know what was going to happen, what was going to expect. And at episode 20, when it was like 6 months of all the episodes itself,
excuse me.
Yeah, that's a great answer there, Trans, for that cough itself. But basically, it was more like, can we involve? Can we make it a bit better? And what Trans said was, let's see what our viewers wanted to see and want to elaborate in the podcast industry and see what they would like to see. So season 2, which currently we're doing different formats to see which ones that they like or what we can do. If like, say you wasn't available, would we have done a different format or done something different until you come back on like the later date and stuff? But it's more to do with the fact, like, we definitely want guests to come in because we want to try and promote yourselves, to give yourselves a bit more followers to get to your channel and watch your streams as well. That's the main goal, because we've done like quite a lot of the goals itself, to be fair, where some people were just hit a couple of affiliates at the time, and some of them
Yeah.
already hit like certain targets, like 100 followers or 200 followers,
Right.
anything like that, and it was all because of our podcast, and that was the great thing
Nice.
of it all. But to make it to season 3, I would love to see us evolve a lot more and try and get more viewers. But obviously, we never forget anyone that's a small streamer or anyone to like
Yeah,
forget,
totally.
because that's our main goal. They're the ones who deserve more credit than the big show off big streamers.
Right.
We've said this multiple times, and I'll still say it, until
Yeah.
we decide to stop doing this podcast. When we started the podcast, one of the big things that we wanted to do was, help other small streamers grow. That was like a
Mhm.
big goal for us. And so we're like, hey, let's do an interview section where people can get to know a new streamer, someone they may not, normally watch or whatever. They get to know this person, people that we've met by just being in their channels, or, we come across or play games with or whatever. So, I mean, that was a big thing for us in general, for us to, really highlight new streamers for people to check
Right.
out and say, oh, and help that person reach affiliate status, or give them a little more recognition. So maybe they can start making a goal if they want to do a long-term goal or whatever, maybe help them reach that long-term goal. And,
Right.
that's one thing that we were really, really adamant about from day one. But we also wanted to make it fun.
Yeah.
So we had to really work it all out and to figure out how I wanted to do that. Like we went through, oh
A
god,
lot.
weeks of planning
Weeks.
for
It
our
was like
first
a
episode
month.
ever. It was like a
Oh
month.
wow.
A month
And
to
we were
discuss.
talking about
So.
how we want to do a format, what type of things we want to incorporate in the stream, what kind of questions do we want to ask, all these things that we want to incorporate and make it fresh or whatever, and see how it goes. And I would say that we have so many amazing return viewers, you guys. All love to y'all. People that come back every week to hang out with us. That I would say it's like a resounding success.
Absolutely.
Even if
Yeah.
the podcast never gets like huge, advertised on on the radio, huge, that type of big. I still think it's a resounding success because we have helped people reach goals that they've been trying to attain. We
Yeah.
have highlighted so many new streamers. We've gotten to know those new streamers as well ourselves. People who we might have hung out in their chat like once or whatever. We've really gotten to know that and made some really awesome friendships along the way. We've gotten to give them all kinds of cool connections, and we have so many return viewers that come back every single week just to be here with us. And like Reese, who's like waiting for 20 minutes for the episode to start.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And that's amazing to us. Like that's huge. I mean, I'm still mind blown that we're doing so well to the point that we were able to do a season 2. That's still like I'm still processing this 2 months later. So I mean, it's a big thing, I mean, we love doing it, so that's definitely a big thing.
Oh, definitely. And it's just more just to say, if you guys liked it, we'll keep going as long as possible.
Totally.
We don't want to make the streamer awkward or anything beforehand, because we want to make sure the streamer's okay to join in and get comfortable and knowing what's going to happen in the stream. We're never going to like straight to the bin on that scenario itself. We're not going to put you into like the deep end and stuff and like, oh shit, what was we meant to say? What was meant to do? You know what I mean? As well. So and for the people who have never done a podcast like yourself, Kirsten, who's never done a podcast before, this is the first time we've ever done it like this. It's like a video type podcast, which will go to Spotify, go to any of the other like other platforms where you can listen back.
Right.
So you can listen to this podcast later on if you've got Spotify. So you got a Spotify account. It is on there. So you'd be like, oh my god, I'm on Spotify.
Both seasons are on there actually.
Amazing.
We have the current season and we have season 1. Both of them you can find on there under the same channel. And so I think that's huge too, because we know who's going to be here every week, and that's awesome. And we also get new people because the streamer such as yourself who has their own followers that come and you say they want to be there with that streamer. That's how we got Reese. Actually, we got Reese through our episode with Fatale, didn't we?
Yes,
I think it was Fatale.
Amazing.
Reese was actually a follower of Fatale and came and like now is like here every week.
That's amazing. I love that.
So it's really good. Everything changed in the Vanilla Nation.
Absolutely.
Totally vanilla.
Absolutely.
So I mean, we love doing it. It's a lot of work during the week to get it all sorted out, even especially on a busy week, even if I have to get like notes last minute. But I mean, we love doing it in general. So like it's great, and we have people. Everybody who's been on the show has had a great time doing it. We've had really high praise from some of our previous people that have been on podcasts with us before,
Absolutely.
and it was on our podcast, and they told us that they really enjoyed it. One of the best experiences they've ever had on a podcast, and we have like so many guests that are willing to come back and hang out with us again and chill with us. So yeah, it's big. It's great.
Good
it's
for
great.
you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks. I'm getting blushed now. Thank you. Thank you.
I can
so
see
much.
it. I can see it.
I can see it. Yeah, it's getting hot in here.
It's all red now.
Yeah, it's getting all red now. But yeah, is there any more questions left, guys? Before probably the next 5 minutes or so before we stop the stream itself, we get about another 5 minutes. And if you got any more questions, Kirsty, or you're not sure yet?
Totally.
No, I don't.
Oh, I did not know that you did like all the sports. That was interesting as well.
That's
When you
cool.
did like the soccer and like the outgoing before you slowly went to like RuneScape and stuff. So but yeah, it was just interesting to be fair. So and you don't hear that from many streamers, do we? Like with all the different aspects of everything going on.
If you like had to describe my life in like one word or one phrase, it would literally be clusterfuck. Like I have done so many random things. I've pursued so many avenues and then changed my mind. Like, I wrote the LSAT. I wanted to go to law school. I changed my mind. Now I'm going to school to be a teacher. I've lived in Uganda and Vietnam and Italy and Scotland, and I've done a million random things, and I was in track,
awesome,
and now I'm a gamer, and like I was in a sorority for 2 awful years. Like I've just done like a shit mix of stuff. Like that's really what I would call it.
Oh,
yeah.
Here's a question for you: would you ever move to the UK or a different continent that you would like to stay in?
Yeah. I still sometimes think about like what I'll end up doing, and that's like ultimately why I came down to teaching is when I'm done my schooling, like I could see myself moving to like Hong Kong or who knows, parts of Africa to go teach again. The thing that I didn't love about teaching English was it was a lot of just like, can you say apple? Apple. Like it was like literally like being a performing monkey. But when it comes to like content that you can like dig your teeth into, like I want to teach high school history and social studies. So like that's stuff that like I'm passionate about. So that will come across to the students hopefully. And rather than just being like, let's sing Baby Shark for the 30 millionth time.
No way.
All the Baby Shark.
I can just imagine you just doing the Baby Shark now.
I work with kids every day, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
You do.
I mean, I don't have it in teaching capacity, but I do work with kids every day, so I completely get where you're coming from because I work at a facility where like kids will come in and we have a playroom and then we have a rock wall room, and some of the older kids will go to the rock wall room, some of the parents too, but the younger kids can only play in the playroom because they're not big enough to do the rock wall. So I work with kids of all ages every day, either in one room or the other, or I go between the rooms sometimes. And so you get those toddlers that come in and that all they want to do is just roll on the floor.
Yeah.
There's balls, there's blocks, there's a tower to climb up and get on the cargo nets, but no, all they want to do is roll on the floor. And you get on the floor and roll with those kids because that's all they want to do, and that's what they find as fun. That's what they love doing. So I completely get it. I have come to understand, and I always loved kids, don't get me wrong, I've always loved kids, but I've come to understand so much more about children and the way they think just by working with kids every day and seeing how they interact with each other and how they interact with adults every day. I've learned so much. Sometimes I'll just watch them. Like I hear the cutest conversations. Like there was one kid who the rope tower that goes up to the cargo nets in the room. It's about 10 foot high, okay? And this one kid was up here and they had just met because they just started playing in the room. They didn't know each other before. They started playing and they became really fast friends. And this one kid was trying to climb up the rope ladder and was having issues getting up the rope ladder. And I'm watching this kid because I try and cheer the kids. I was like, oh, you can do it, you got it. Come on, you got this. You're so close. I always cheer them on and, help them feel brave. And this kid was here climbing and was like kind of stuck about like 3/4 of the way up. It's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And the one kid leans over and goes, you gotta get up here. Your life depends on it. And it's like, I can't do it. It's like, you can do it. So the little kid starts climbing. I'm like, oh, that's just the cutest interaction ever. And eventually the little kid finally made it to the top and they just cheered each other on because it was the best thing. It was the best moment. So I learned so much more about kids and how they think and how they see the world just by working with them every day, which is amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
I had the most rewarding job.
No way. Yeah. That's class. That is.
It's awesome. It's great. It was the cutest thing.
For me, teaching would never work for me. That's why I'm a developer. And will be like a software developer as well. So
amazing.
I'm not the greatest. I will be honest. I'm not the greatest, but I do give my all when I can as well. But that's the God's honest truth. No bullshit on that. To be fair. So I believe vanilla.
Last question of the night.
So the last question of the night, vanilla. Just for you, mate.
When do we get more banana in our faces?
Right, the Snapchat banana.
The Snapchat filter banana. Yes.
Yeah. I should have put that on the question itself. That'll be whenever I'll be able to get back onto the streaming itself, and then if you redeem the points, you might see it.
There you go.
So it just
went. Goes, just when you thought I was gone.
Tease for you.
Oh. Okay. Oh
no! Daddy Senpai just gifted 5 more subs on my channel. Oh my gosh! Wow! Oh my god! That's crazy! And now vanilla is part of the sub gifting list now. Awesome! I love it.
Nice. Right. So I believe. TM. Did you think that was awesome? Did you think that was awesome tonight? Did you guys thought that was awesome tonight? That was the main thing for this. GG as always. Can I just say thank you to everyone? I'll say this again. Thank you to everyone that's contributed to the stream. You're an absolute amazing stuff. We will unfortunately have to stop. Unfortunately, have to stop the stream. I love how Kirsten just went, oh.
That's always my thing on my channel. We always give lots of love to each other. Always. It's a big thing. So much love.
Absolutely. For nurses, if any of you guys haven't seen Mal play Fall Guys, it is so good. Yeah, I'm absolutely crap at Fall Guys. That's why he's saying that. I said I'm going to try and get to round 4, round 5, try and win it. I didn't get to round 4. I kept kidding myself from round 3, 2,
it's
1.
So hard. It's so underratedly hard.
But there's so many bastards that try and ruin your game itself. Like duck off.
Yeah.
Duck off. Get out of here.
Get out of here. It's not sick. It's bastards itself. But yeah, cheers for that, guys. I'd like to thank you, Kirsty, for giving the opportunity to join us tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
100%.
One question: would you come back either this season or next season? It's up to you.
Sure. Yeah.
We'd love to have you again. It'd be amazing. It'd be awesome.
But if you do come back this season, you will have different questions to the ones that you had, so you're not going to have the same ones. I'm so sorry. Yes,
we have a return streamer question set.
Yeah. So
perfect.
So they'll be like, oh, what did Kirsty do during this time? Yeah, so
and now weeks later.
And weeks later, like what the Daddy Senpai did absolutely a few weeks ago.
Totally.
To be fair, so Kirsty, whatever happens, I'm going to keep. Well, I'm sure Trans and everyone else will do the same as what I'm doing. I'm going to try and follow you, support you on the streams when you're on. And I know I've followed you anyway, but you know what I mean. It's like support you as much as possible on the streams and stuff. And whatever happens, I wish you all the very best of luck. I hope you achieve the goal that you want to be on the streaming side, because you are an absolutely amazing amazing person. And can you please come back for the episode 20 this
For the
season
drink review.
for the drinking stream? Because I want to see this. Can we do that?
Well, yeah, sounds good.
That'd be amazing. That'd be pretty awesome.
Thank you guys so much. I actually have to go to work, so do I just leave? What do
Oh, we're
I do?
getting ready to actually end the show, so you're good.
Yeah,
Give us a minute,
yeah.
we'll close everything out, and you're good to go. Yep.
Yeah,
Totally.
we'll finish it
Okay.
off. I'll
Thank
speak
you
to
guys, chat. It was so nice to meet you all too. I hope you guys take care. Times are tough right now. Keep your smile on your face, and hope you guys are comfortable and happy and healthy, and make good choices. Bye, guys. Thank you
See
again.
you later. Take care of yourself,
Bye.
Kirsty. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
But yeah, that was amazing stuff. Thank you
Awesome.
to Kirsty as well.
Absolutely, yeah, totally.
I was gonna do like that, but you're
I'm right here
down
now. I'm here now. Hi.
Yeah, I'd be like, what's going on here? But yeah, thank you to the hostess with the mostess, Trans Gamer Girl, for everything that she has done this episode, as each and every single week that she has been doing the notes as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All the love to you guys. Thank you guys so much. Absolutely love you guys. Y'all are amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely love you. Thank you, TM, for popping in and hanging out with us while we did the show and hanging out and chatting with Kirsty and us. You know, amazing, awesome, love it, guys. Y'all are amazing. Y'all the best. That's what we do.
Absolutely.
We do.
If you want to follow us, guys, if you really want to follow us on Twitch, which some of you are already there, on Retro Wolf Live and Trans Gamer Girl. We will do the podcast every Saturday evening on Saturday evening at 9 p.m. UK time, or if you're in Trans's region
Central
itself,
time is 3 p.m.
Central time is 3 p.m. Eastern time is 4 p.m. I got that from Kirsty because I absolutely. So if you want to follow us on Twitch and see more of the podcasts, we'll be here every Saturday. But check out on our social media stuff for any updates before we do this. Check on our streams itself, and then also check out our Twitter at same Retro Wolf Live.
Thank you, TM. Amazing. All the love, man. Thank you.
Thank you, TM. Absolute ledge. And Trans Gamer for the Twitter side, if you want to check that as well. But yeah, thank you, Trans, again. Absolute ledge. Next week we're gonna have a double streamer.
Excited.
Double streamers. We got two.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we haven't got the sneeze type.
That wasn't a sneeze. That was a cough. First off, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
It was a cough.
Sorry. My hearing is gone. To be fair, basically we will have, which we were meant to have a few weeks ago. We're gonna have Musa Penguin and Katie, aka Always Miss Right.
For those who remember, they were here last season, so they're returning this season, which is amazing. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. We had a great time last time with them individually. Now we can have them together this next week together. It'd be amazing. It's gonna be the best.
This is gonna be a mad stream wherever it happens. But like I said, that's next week on the 12th of March 2022. I was the host with the most. Below, said that wrong. Below is in Trans Gamer Girl, hostess with the mostess as well. See you all next week, and I hope everyone has a very good week. And take it easy, stay safe, and keep rocking. See you later, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.